What's up, everybody? Welcome. This is episode 47 of the Top Rope Boys podcast. Like always, it's EST of the DMV, the Chocolate City Saint, the Cameroonian Nightmare, the Bajan Bulldozer. Wait, speaking of the Cameroonian Nightmare, happy National Day to all my Cameroonies. You know, it was this past week. Happy 237, everybody. Anyway, what was I saying? The Potter of all worlds, the left hand of destruction, the rated S superstar, El Misterio Negro. Vaughn, what's your favorite?
Steph Freakman Rollins.
Yeah. And welcome to the Top Row Boys podcast, best podcast in the DMV, best wrestling podcast in the world. You feel me? You heard me? Anyway, I got stable mates with me. We are running a trios today, just like the conglomeration. OG, Oracle, where we at?
Yeah, TRB Nation was good. Just fine. Hey, I don't know why. I feel like this has been a long one, man. I feel like I've been partying a while, but I'm glad to be partying.
Yeah.
Thursday's a good day. Got the Oracle back with us this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
We're holding down for Reek while he's out, getting to the money on. So, hey, man,
Lamaya.
I can't wait, man. I'm excited to pod with y'all. So let's get right into it. Oracle, what's good with you?
Hey y'all, I got it again. Been a little bit, been out of the game for a little bit, Body felt like crap, looked bit some crap. So had to take a little bit of break. But I'm here, ready to go. Got some games lined up for you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Got Vaughn's favorite game in the world. Who am I? I'm
Uh,
gonna
uh,
line up.
all right. But man, I think I realized why it feels a little bit long is because last week we did a double dip. We recorded on Wednesday and we did the interview on
I did the
Thursday. So
interview.
that's why. So by the way, to everyone who's been sharing the clips, everyone who's been reposting everything, all of our content from all the new clips that have come out from the pod and also everything from the Jack Cartwheel interview. Let me just say thank you. And of course, thanks to Jack Cartwheel for coming on the show. That was an amazing first interview. Hopefully many more coming soon. Many of your favorite wrestlers. But with that being said, I know we usually start with SmackDown, but again, it's been a long week. It feels like we haven't touched on a lot. There's been so much stuff to happen in wrestling this week. I want to know. So probably the biggest thing coming out of TNA this week is that we have a new X Division champion. If you guys didn't see, Leon Slater and Cedric Alexander had a 2 out of 3 falls match for the X Division title. Where were they at? Sacramento? Yeah, I
Hmm.
think it was like Sacramento last Thursday. And essentially, guys, we've like all this time, let me admit, all this time I was asking what the fuck is Cedric Alexander's point in the system. I now have to shut up and take back every word I said. Because if it gets him the X Division title, I'll shut up. But, but no, what you guys think of the match? What do you think of Cedric Alexander as our new X Division champ?
Hey, I'm like you because we were all just thinking like, what's the end goal with Cedric being in the system? So if it's leading to him holding the Activision title and getting like some runs with it, hey, I'm not mad at it because like once again, we know he's a good worker. He's a OG in his own right. So I feel like
Yep.
giving him that title can be, maybe can build up the next up and coming TNA talent. Maybe get like a little story with him and Leon going down the line, which I think would be really dope to get them with like a storyline.
That'd be fire.
Um, so they can really do a lot with him with the title, So I'm excited to see where it goes, and I'm just glad that Cedric got something because Cedric is just he's long overdue so much for everything he's put into
Mhm.
wrestling as a whole, and like everything he's done for like just like wrestling community, the fans, everything. So to see him get gold somewhere, I'm smiling. I'm on board. Shout out to Leon. I do think Leon needs to go after like the big title before I think he jumped ship somewhere. But
Yeah.
shout out to Cedric, man. I'm excited. Like I'm excited.
Serious, what you think?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Travis Cedric, blood is all to the team. Him and Ali have been in the wrestling business for a while. Haven't gotten the flowers till now with Ali being international champion, now Cedric winning the X Division title. It was an excellent match. I mean, two happy falls, it's always fun. And with a shocker, like no one would have thought it. Everybody in the mother thought that uh Leon Theo was going to cash in option C, be that shot at the title. That didn't happen, honestly. So now, like, one, I'm excited to see if Cedric's on the deal, definitely being in the system. And also, it seems to be pushing the system as a whole now because They have the tag titles, they have the X-Men title, and yeah, we'll just we get the title. And, and so, but also I'm thinking, what happens with Leon? Do they like give him a break off, time off? Do they? I mean, put him in the more technical role? Who knows? I don't think we see him going to Santana just because that's a face for his face. But I'm just really interested to see what he can do with him. But he's the ace of the company. So, I mean,
All I'm gonna say is this wouldn't be a problem if Nick Nemeth was champion already. I've been saying that Nick needs to cash in that gauntlet for a while too. But overall, like you said, Sears, the fact that him and Mustafa Ali are champions at the same time in the same company, also they belted up Cedric quick because he made his TNA debut like right before last Slammiversary, so they wasted no
mm,
time getting him the belt. I like the fact that like kind of like Leon, he's continuing to take the X Division belt everywhere because uh Cedric has a match with Ashe Wrestling, I believe, this weekend. He's doing a tag match, and so the fact knowing that now he's the X Division champ, not only does it highlight all of his matches on the Indies, it highlights the promotion itself being such a prestigious time. I think it's so. Hey, something that's actually beneficial to the ecosystem of wrestling. Oh my God, who would have thought?
Like it's that simple, man. It's so simple.
Yeah. Speaking of newly crowned black champions, we have AR Fox defeating Nick Wayne for the ROH television title. Not gonna lie, was not expecting that. I fully expected Nick Wayne to continue having that belt. But to be honest, I'm not the hugest. I don't tap into ROH as much as I should, but I know that like Nick Wayne was taking that belt everywhere. He was taking it to New Japan. He was taking it on AEW program. He was taking it to ROH. So, on the long run, I still think Nick Wayne is the future of the industry. He's super young and super talented. But
mhm.
I think the biggest thing coming out of ROH Supercard of Honor is that Athena actually retained in the first ever women's survival of the fittest. Now, I know that some of us may not have absolutely tapped in, but I think my biggest question is, what do you think is next for Athena after this? Because I fully thought she was gonna drop the belt.
I mean, I think is what I think we all probably want is her to like. I want to get like some good AW runs. Like I mean, and it seems like they're hopefully with Double or Nothing and the recent stuff she's been booked with AW, that's what it's going towards. Because I mean, it's for not just like the ROH, but I think it's no way Athena should not be on a televised company right now or promotion of how good she is.
Yeah,
So not
Mhm.
just for the ROH, but I feel like she needs to be somewhere. She needs to be seen. Like like it's a thing of like, come on now. So I'm just hoping that they add her to the AW women's division. Cause don't get me wrong, the TBS, I'm gonna get to it later. It's a vacant right now. I
hey,
ain't mad at it.
hey, brother, we got the same idea. I'm not look. Hey, shameless plug at Top Row Boy, TOPROPEBOYZ on everything. Made a video today talking about 5 women who I want to take TBS title. Athena was number one.
hmm So just give her like that big AW push. I think she's long overdue. I mean, she didn't did what the longest, what ROH Women's Champion, I think, something like that.
Yeah, let me see
Or
what her reign is sitting at right now while you guys
I
talk.
know she's somewhere up there. So it's just like just give her that AW rub and push. I think she's just long overdue. Like just let her run crazy in AW.
But yeah,
Yeah,
Sears, what do
honestly,
you think?
I agree. I mean, I think honestly he'll break the record more for like
Mhm.
this longest title reign. I don't know how far she is from it. I think she's a couple years off still. But I
She's
mean,
sitting at over 1,250 days right now.
and what's the record?
I think the record for longest overall, I think that's probably somewhere in the 1,300 range, but let me double check.
Yeah, I would like to see her break the record. Honestly, I think that'd be cool to see. Then honestly, give her time off to recover, rest up because she's been carrying out it's on her back up the mountain. Uh, but yeah, then I agree with little take it away AEW. Honestly, like how you can even start now if you want. Make her a double champion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
it's not like she doesn't deserve it or anything. So it's like make her a double champion with the CBS title. Help give her some good action with that, and maybe have her lose it to someone about like the line. I don't think she'd immediately win champion. I think that's going to happen. So just
Mhm.
because she's still in that title match that's coming up with the wild card. But
Yeah.
I mean, she's going to be in the Owen Hall Classic. I would love to see her at least go to the finals of that. 'Cause, like any woman can win that match at this point. So I would love to see Athena actually win it this time if she hasn't won it already.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
I don't think he has.
No, she hasn't won it. Yeah.
Yeah, so let's Athena win it.
No, I'm definitely with that. Besides, she's always gotten so close to getting like that kind of like gold to getting like that gold on AEW that would require her to be on like a Dynamite or a Collision or something like that. Like,
Mhm.
mind you, she won the Casino Gauntlet last year, all in Texas. She cashed that in for a title shot at Sears. You might have to fact check me. Was it Forbidden Door or something like that?
That's asking me about. I'll check it while you keep talking.
Yeah, like she had that Forbidden Door match against Tony Storm that was really fucking good. And then like she's always been like just right there on the edge. Even when we talk about Dynamite later, we're gonna talk about how she was just like right there. Because she got to be a part of that 8-man match. And so yeah, like I would like to see it fully cemented because she is a star. I've said it on here 1,000 times on this podcast. She is my favorite women's champion in wrestling.
She did cash it in at Mindle in August 2025.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, like also she gave one of the best matches of the year last year, like regardless of gender, with that Mercedes Moné and Athena match last year for the Owen. Like, there's no way that you just there's no way you just have a talent like that and they not shine on a bigger scale than just simply an ROH. Which again, to Vaughn's point, this is not a diss to ROH. It's just that given since Tony Khan's acquisition of the company, it's very clear that this is a developmental territory without the name. This is essentially AEW's OVW, which, given the history, makes complete sense. Given the history of Ring of Honor, it makes complete sense for that to be that. Honestly, I've been saying this for a minute to you guys off camera. Let Bryan Danielson book Ring of Honor. I
Mhm.
think
That'd be cool. I think we would
Yeah.
get it too. I like that.
And then also let's get them a TV deal. Yes, I would like to be able to tap it.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's jump into SmackDown, guys. So we had SmackDown in Greensboro, South Carolina.
Sounds like
And
a lot.
was was it a homecoming for none other than the Anointed One? So let's talk about it. Mr. Trick Williams went up against The Miz. There's no way we don't talk about this at least a little bit because that was such a crazy homecoming reception. We're going to talk about homecomings a lot this episode, given what happened on Raw, because I do want to get your guys' opinions on that. But Trick Williams and The Miz, what did you guys think of the segment? What did you guys think of their match? Break it down. OG, let's start with you.
I mean, like I said, it's exciting. So it's one of those things now where like I guess Trick's officially face now, or so he's in his hometown. The reception was crazy. He went back into his University of South Carolina with the Gamecock, stuff like that. So like it was cool. Like I'm liking, because Trick's already been over. I'm just liking that. I don't know. I feel like like they're getting louder and louder each week. Especially with them being like it's like a face now. And then
Mhm.
Yachty's been a great manager as well, and not overtaking, the talent. Like he's doing what a manager does, and he's basically pushing the talent more while being there. So like I'm just loving the Yachty Trick connection right now. Like it's loving it. The little rap battle between Yachty and Kit Wilson was funny. In my opinion, Kit kill Yachty, but that's my opinion.
Oh no, Yachty got bodied. Let's
Yeah.
be so for real. Yachty got bodied. Mind you, every time Yachty comes out, they always say, and Diamond selling and Grammy nominated rapper. Lil Yachty. And he finally, first off, mind you, Yachty, I don't want no smoke, but also I know you don't want smoke with me and my pen. So Let's do that.
Shameless plug.
Secondly, for real, shameless fun. Secondly, what was I gonna
Not
say? Oh yeah,
not Seth trying to stop being platinum artists.
Hey, what can you say? I heard the beef. What's up?
it's all right. Dude, like what? But
My bad.
Yachty slipped up the first time. I could like you could tell that at some point he was just going off the dome. And I was like, yeah,
Mhm.
brother, let's cuidado. Like, do we gotta get the rest of the concrete boys out here to back you up? Like, what is we doing? Like,
Yeah, because he was stumbling his words. I'm like, come on, Gotti. Like, you just said platinum, all this. I'm like, come on. But we got to go next week. But it was a fun segment. I don't know. I've been like a huge fan of Trick. I'm just loving Trick's like run right now, like the main roster. So, they did really good with that. The match
yeah,
him and Miz wasn't bad. It was a decent match for what it was. And like I said, I feel like it's one of those things where you couldn't have Trick and Miz not interact at all on SmackDown. Like it was bound to happen. You got two of the biggest, flashiest, cockiest egos.
yeah.
Like it was bound to happen. So it's just cool just seeing Trick interact with like a legend and like the Miz. So overall, segment was cool. I loved it. I'm loving Trick's little run right now. And I can't wait till we get that Trick Mello reunion. You know, I'm clamoring for that right now. So can't wait for that.
Trick Mellow Gang reunion. Whether oh yeah, I'm fired. Um, I don't think that he's fully faced yet. I think it's more so just a matter of fact of location and the fact that they
Mm.
were in his hometown. That's just me personally. But I will admit, him coming out with the game talk is crazy. Pause. That sounds wild. That's all I say. But him coming out with a mask talk,
No, it's not. You also said a lot was.
I've said a lot of words drinking a milkshake.
yo, dog. Oh, I wish I could have released that blog. I'm never drinking a milk. I'm never giving Vaughn another milkshake again. Anyways, um, but no, I genuinely think that it was super fun. I thought that the match had to happen. Like I during the whole segment, I was like, okay, there's no way that they're in Greensboro and they don't trick them, especially with this type of reception. Yeah, I'll talk about this. Visit this when we go. This thing was absolutely insane. Um, but overall, man, super fun, super dope. The fact that he was beating up the Miz in front of his mama, that is, that will never like not be funny. Um, moving on to the next like big part of SmackDown, we had we had Paige and Brie Bella retain in the tag match against Julie and Tiana James. We saw a backstage segment teasing some of their dissension, so I'm interested to see how that goes. But the next big thing we gotta talk about, Cody Rhodes and Gunther had the contract signed. Gunther, I ain't gonna lie, bro. You can't come to my brand over here. I think Paul Heyman's big ass. Come over here to my brand. Talk about, oh, you should reward me with a title match. And I just stepped in the door. Brother, that's not how this works. And the match finally gets set up because your little penguin wannabe, Paul Heyman, goes ahead and gets the match. And we have the contract signed. Got title in on my left shoulder, contract in my right hand. And then you decide to go ahead and say, nah, what type of bitch are you talking about? Let you know right now, I have never felt more validated for Royce Keys ever in my life than during that segment. Serious, what do you think of the contract signing segment?
I think it was a fun way to not only like make the match more credible than just like oh come to man deal with Paul Heyman and now you can get a match. Kind of like what we're supposed to be rebound of Lesnar retiring, it seems like. Give that right on. And so instead of like that like pivot that we like that kind of that we saw happen, it actually gave us a match to happen on it, while at the same time helping introduce uh Royce Keys as like a main eventer or like help
Yeah,
trying to help establish him a little bit, you know. Because like he hasn't done too much since he saw him. Like he debuted at the Rumble, went away for a little bit, won in the wing, had some vignettes. That's pretty much it, right?
yeah.
So
Like
now, like,
aside from winning the Andre, he really hasn't done much.
Exactly. So now we're getting him introduced to the audience. Getting him on screen, putting him against people who will put on good matches. He'll put on good matches with Gunther, and I mean, I'm just a fan of it. I mean, and so I think it was good, and it helped establish Gunther as a true number one contender, rather than just him being given it from a pivot. This thing good.
Yeah, no, I think not only does this help elevate Royce Keys, because think about everyone who he's been around these past couple of weeks. He's been hanging around Solo. He's been hanging around Jacob Fatu. He just had a segment in a match with Gunther. Like these are people who are SmackDown staples right now. So I think
Mhm.
not only does this put him in a certain like it puts him on a certain pedigree as far as the opponents he needs to be facing. It's like okay, we've established that he's tough. Now let's get into the actual character of Royce Keys, which something that he has not had to do for a while during his tenure in AEW. I think the only time we ever saw a real character when he was Powerhouse Hobbs was probably as a part of Team Taz when he was teaming with Ricky Saints, well Ricky Starks again, and we'll talk about him in a bit. But like now we're actually starting to see like, okay, who is Royce Keys? Who are you trying to be? Which I think this is a great establishment. And also, it's the most logical thing ever. Because if this man is not going to come out, if I'm anyone in the SmackDown locker room, yeah, I would come out and like try and sign it too. I'm surprised that there wasn't a stampede coming out of the gorilla. It should have been on like some real Acme Looney Tunes type shit. Like I should have seen Carmelo Hayes and Royce Keys racing each other to the front. Go ahead and get that title shot. Well, no,
Nah,
Mon, what you think about it?
I mean, same thing. I agree. Like I said, just want like I said, I was like curious for a while and like what was the plan with Royce Keys. So seeing him, be out there with Cody and Gunther, that shows that obviously they have some sort of idea what they're gonna do with him. So I'm just glad that Royce Keys is just being shown on TV. My biggest gripe was like when he got signed, it was literally um, Royal Rumble interview with Stephanie McMahon and dark shows. So I'm glad that he's finally like getting something going. And then we get to the match at the end of the show, like it wasn't too bad. So like I said, I'm just glad that we're showing some stars of whiskeys.
Yeah. Um, let's see. We said we were going to talk about Ricky Sainz. So he had Ricky Sainz had a match against Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo's first match back in a while. Honestly. Always
Mhm.
happy to see Carmelo on TV. Melo don't miss, and he definitely didn't miss this week as he got the win over Ricky Sainz. What you guys think of the match, and would you guys want to see this be a full-on feud? Because they are two very flashy guys, but just on two completely different sides of the spectrum.
I mean, I'm down. I mean, there was some iffy spots in there, but once again, like I said, going to someone that wrestled before, you got to figure out, each other's, moves and stuff, and and their spots in the ring. But I mean, like I said, I mean, Melo doesn't miss. Melo hasn't put on a bad match, in my opinion, at least ever. Ricky can go in the ring as well. So I feel like you get some time to like brew, and you want to like have him do this while Trick has a little time with the title. I wouldn't be mad at having like a Ricky and Melo feud, while Trick runs the title for a little bit. So yeah, I'm all for it. The match was good. Um, like I said, the right person won. And then, like I said, since it's one but with a roll up, it does leave room for more story beats, with the, well, you mean by roll up, let's run it back. So it's giving us an out with that to potentially get some more stuff going with those two. So, hey, you got Ricky and Mr. Don't Miss on the screen. I'm tuned in. Like that's I'm locked in. So run it back. Let's get some good backstage segments and vignettes, and let's make it a full feud. Like I'm for it.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like you said, there were some messy spots. Like that Northern Lights suplex or that Northern Lights bomb. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Serious, what you think? So I didn't mean to cut you off there.
All good. All good. Uh, I it was a good match. I mean, honestly, just first time of them interacting with each other. That was gonna be some spots, messy spots,
Mhm.
some going things. But I think it was a really clear Spanish because Ricky tried to cheat using the ropes. Melo did the exact same thing. So I do think it leads to a quick story, a quick story between the two of them.
Mhm.
But I'm also thinking this might be like a thing of Hayes joining heel.
Mm.
Honestly, I can see this going two ways. I see it being like them becoming like friends doing the same thing, and
Mm.
then becoming like a heel tag team. Or I see Hayes coming heel and then using that for when he goes after trick with the US title for the US title. Because there's no way, like, I mean, they don't need a tournament heel for that sort of a trick. They have to sort it themselves,
Mm.
but they love to do a face versus heel. So Hayes can easily be the heel. That can be for SummerSlam like that.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm.
I definitely wouldn't mind that.
Yeah.
Interesting, interesting. The Oracle rarely ever misses, kind of like Melo. So we'll see how that goes.
No, I missed quite a bit. We all do miss quite a bit.
It's too
If you
humble.
if you if you know your if you know your Greek mythology history, Oracles are very white.
No, that's real. That's real. That's real. Okay. There is one thing we want to talk about before we get to the main event. Before I get to the main event match, we did have Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss take on Michin and B-Fab. And while the match ended in a DQ, it did set up a six-woman tag match for Saturday night's main event. First off, let me just say, the fact that we are getting three women's matches at Saturday night's main event, whoever is booking this, thank you. Appreciate you. Because usually y'all let the misogyny run rampant and we have to beg for one. Y'all must have heard after everyone was complaining after Backlash that we only had one women's match. Y'all stepped y'all game up. So appreciate
Correct.
Hold
That's
on.
fine.
Before we get foul, let's see what happens Saturday. Because last time we had three women matches on a card, they didn't last long. So let's see how many
you.
long last. I'm not giving any files to anybody in WWE until they get good time matches.
Mm.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. That's right. Um, but how do you see with this whole there's so many questions I want to ask that are kind of that are kind of like in this whole thing with basically the whole state of the women's division over on SmackDown right now because somehow after Mania it has become one of the livest divisions on the show when we were saying for months that it needed a reset. So congrats to them for being able to do it in one switch. Secondly, what do you guys think of this six-woman tag match? What do you guys think of the beef that's been going on between Charlexa and Rhea against Jade and the Baddies? Black women. I'm literally, they're literally copying the AEW playbook. So yeah, I'm just gonna call them the Baddies.
You go, Oracle. You take off first.
I mean, I think it's good. Obviously, SmackDown needs it. And obviously, with the way that the build up to WrestleMania, there's no way that it's going to be a one off with Rhea and Cardell. I think we should get a rematch between the two of them. I love the fact that Michin and PFAB are going to feature. Hopefully, the teams can get into the tag division sooner later. But this is exactly what Jay Cordell needed, honestly. I don't like that. Like she needed a bigger star to the national level to be her rival, and she didn't have that before we got there. In terms of the entire women's division, I mean, this is great news. Uh, to not only do we have these six women, but we also have Julia. We have Tiffany Stratton. We have Chelsea Green who just came back from incident. We still everybody's starting to get healthy, and now that for post mania, I mean, and we also have uh Fedor not Fedor nope Fedor
Headphones? Yeah.
and
Yeah, yeah.
I was thinking these games last year too. Yeah.
Yeah, you were thinking
Uh
of Mandy Rose time.
yeah. So I mean, SmackDown is lively right now. So I'm hoping they take full advantage of all the women they have on the roster and feature them by now. And it seems like they're doing that. So, Fatal Influence was being featured for a couple of weeks. Now we have Jay Cordell and Michin and DFAB back. So, there's a lot of different setups they can go about with this. I think it's realistically being champion just gives life to that division.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like I think you mentioned the big thing because I was always thinking like, how come they can do this with Jade? But like you mentioned, Jade really had no one to like go against to mirror her star power. So
Mhm.
I do feel like it's definitely flourishing a lot more. Like you mentioned, with the women and the mid card is looking really good. The main event's looking good. The tag division looking really good. So it's just nice to see that after Mania, all the stuff people saying about the women's division on SmackDown is starting to like really flourish. I'm still banking on it's just me, just fancy booking. Like when Blake finally comes up, finally appears, I want Blake, Tiffy, and Chelsea to get something going. I'm like, so I did like some Mean Girls with them three. So whether it's a whether it's a fake faction that Chelsea makes up bothering those two, I just need those two to interact somehow. So um I'm excited. Like it's looking really, really good on the SmackDown side for the women. So I just, hopefully they keep it up. And then I do think for the big strap, eventually we get Jade and Rhea obviously again. And I honestly, based on the WrestleMania match, I want Jade to win and get a proper run with the title now the division is flourishing. So in my opinion, I want Jade to get it back and get a proper run because I feel like her first run, it was unfair to really count that because they really had nobody and it was booked terribly. Now you got bodies for
Yeah.
Jade to beat up. So give us something going with that. So I hope they go that route.
Also, Jade consistently stays in the lab, dog. She just got a, mind you, I only know this because she posted it on IG. She just got a ring put in her house and she's training with the infantry like always. So, dog,
Mm,
please give her a proper run. The Mania match tells us that she can hoop and that she can go longer matches, dog. So, like,
yes.
let's actually utilize that. Like, dog, this is someone who's been trained by Brian Danielson and we please, like, but no. Ever since you said the Mean Girls quote, now I'm just imagining Blake Monroe, Tiffany Stratton, and Chelsea Green saying,
Mm-hmm.
"You can't sit with us."
You
That's
didn't go here. So from Raw come over. You didn't go here.
I can hear it. I can hear it from Tiffany Stratton and Justin's voice.
Like I need it bad.
on Fridays we wear pink. Also, I'm calling it right now. Blake Monroe is going to debut at the SmackDown in London. That's coming up in a couple
Ooh,
weeks.
yeah, yeah.
But
Crazy pop.
overall, it's going to be a crazy pop. Did we talk about the actual match between Gunther and Royce Keys yet, or no?
No, we didn't.
We kind of hinted at it, but
All right.
We
So
can do it real quick.
of course, they had an actual number one contenders match, to determine who was going to be facing Cody for a WWE Championship. We all knew who was going to win this match, but honestly, in my opinion, it wasn't more so about who was going to win. It was more so just about let's just have two big men go out there and beat the fuck out of each other. That's
Yeah.
essentially what it was. It was really cool. Gunther thought that he was Walter for a second when he tried to lift up Royce and hit the power bomb. I was like, brother, you haven't been Walter's size in a couple of years, dog. Like, I don't know if you still got it like that. So that was really funny to see. But honestly, it was a really good match. Like, I just like if you're gonna get in the ring with Walter, I like people that to know that they're going to get hurt. They're going to get abused. They're going to get fucked up. So
Mhm.
when those chops hit, beautiful. I'm sure in the nosebleed you could have heard. What y'all
Yeah.
think of the match?
It was good for what it was. It was definitely a good showing for Royce Keys. So I was feeling like he needed a big showing after getting all those squash matches. So it was just one of those things where I was surprised it went long as it went, because like I said, all the matches were super, super short. So I would just say overall, it just showed that Royce is definitely, up to speed with the WWE and that, he can, basically put on a good match with the people over in the new company he's with now. So I'm excited to see more from him, definitely. I'm never want to see more from him. But after seeing that match with Gunther, I was like, okay, Royce is here. So let's put him in some more spotlights, some more big
Yeah, man.
spots, some more big matches, and let Royce run. Like, don't just say, because I say the Fed has a good thing of like nerfing people, and I hate it. So just let someone go there and do his thing and just work. So that's all.
Brother, that's how I felt watching the Mason Rook match, and we're gonna talk about that in a bit.
Boy, talk about it.
Yeah. Was there anything that y'all wanted to touch on when it came to SmackDown?
nope.
All right. So let's talk about Raw real quick. after Roman and the Usos got the absolute brakes beat off of them, and I mean absolute brakes. Like they like Jacob Fatu is Joe Jackson. Um, like as the old folks say, that boy got beat like a drum. So when Jacob Fatu pulls up, Roman's like, nah, like go ahead, fire him, whatever. We did the whole thing. We tried the acknowledgement ceremony. Y'all can get rid of him. Jacob said, nah, fuck that. I'm pulling up and it's back to throwing hands. So they go ahead and squabble for a little bit. And then I think I said this last week when it was just me and Vaughn. I had said that they were completely going to go the Umaga and Cena route, and we were going to get a last man standing match. But it turns out it's tribal combat now for the stipulation for Clash of Enemy.
The Triple Combat, Oos. Sorry.
It is. It's very much tribal combat. The last two tribal combat matches were SummerSlam in Detroit, Roman Reigns and Jey Uso, and then the Netflix premiere, Roman Reigns versus Solo Sikoa. The Bloodline has so many ways to say that it's just a no, it's just an anything goes match. Like let's really break this down. Um, but overall, how do you guys feel about the stipulation? Yeah, how do you guys feel about the stipulation, and what did you guys think of the overall segment?
Get up, Oracle.
I mean, it was expected. I mean, definitely after that beatdown at Backlash, like there was no way we won't get Cena guys again. And, you know, it's a bummer. They're not going to do anything but try to come back. Like that's insane to think that I could be doing anything else. Like that's like saying like the Hardys are not doing anything besides a ladder match. Like no, it's not going to happen. So it's like we should have expected this, to be completely honest. Like, but I'm excited for it. Honestly, I can still see a war of Fatu wins it just because of the Roman TKO symbol beef that's been
Yeah,
happening. That I can see this being a way of like them getting the belt on someone who will be there um, for less money. So, but I'm excited. I mean, it was a good segment. I'm really interested in what happens afterwards because I don't know if they're gonna like fire him and he'll be gone for a while or something. Or also a little bit. I don't know what. I don't know if this is like Fatu's last time before he joins the line, but I'm really intrigued because Fatu is really football. So I mean, it's just gonna be another banger match. I'm not gonna complain.
Yeah,
what you think, OG?
I'm like you because a part of me is thinking like if Fatu loses, hip knowledge Roman, and I really don't want to see Jacob in the bloodline right now. Like if they want to do it like further down the line for like a feel good moment, sure. But right now, I don't want to see Jacob acknowledge Roman, which has me thinking that if he was to win, once again, that could be a crazy new chapter in the bloodline story with him as the new tribal chief and like Jay
Hmm.
having to follow him. That could be actually cool that
Oh,
I think about. So like
hmm.
him calling the shots and being in charge, it's kind of giving like when Scar took over from Mufasa and Lion King. So that would be like a little cool, a little cool
No, no,
dynamic
no. That's a great comparison.
to see. So I'm excited. Like I said, if that happens, it's a new chapter that we haven't seen before, and I feel like Jake will be such a ruthless tribal chief. Oh, I could. Oh, I'm just seriously put something on my head now. Like I need it now. So, um,
Imagine the Jay Uso crash out we get too with
oh
that.
my goodness, the next episode he's going to lose it. So, hey man, nigga, pull the trigger. Hey, I ain't
Pull
mad
it,
at it.
pull it.
So,
So here's my thing with the tribal combat thing. In order for Roman's character to evolve, we have to give Jacob the win here. Because let's be so
Yes.
for real, Roman has not evolved as a character since losing the belt at 40. He still has yet to really have his redemption arc, and he has yet to fully apologize to his family for what's happened. Now, I think the way that we can get all of those things checked off the bucket list before Roman eventually says his goodbyes to the industry and purely does a rock type thing where he only shows up every couple of years is we have to one, give Jacob the belt. Why? Because Roman's been saying on all these interviews, all these podcasts, whenever he goes to ESPN to promote the big events, oh, I was gone for 2 years and y'all made no stars. Now, Roman, here's your time. You're gonna have to take the pin. Now, I get it. You only want to take pins to your family, so hey, here you go. You do your little cousin a favor. Um, Next up, he has to have some sort of redemption arc, and the way of him having a redemption arc is going to be him getting the belt back by actually being a decent guy. Now, I'm not saying turn him face. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying he has to be a decent guy and actually acknowledge the fact, haha, no pun intended, but he has to actually acknowledge the fact that, hey, I emotionally manipulated my people for 4 years and essentially kind of ruled over with an iron fist the WWE universe and was beating the brakes off of everyone. Kevin Owens is still traumatized by what the Bloodline has done to him. So I think that it's going to be more interesting post Clash at Italy to see um what Roman Reigns' character arc looks like. However, I do imagine that TKO will be a little hesitant because they never know how long they're going to have Roman for, so they can never really do a full length story. But
Yeah.
hey, y'all want to make new stars. Y'all want to restructure people's deals who actually know their words and, wait for people who will take the cheaper pay cut. This is one way to kind of do it. Not gonna lie.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited now. I don't like. Yeah,
hey,
no, I know it was cool. It was cool.
I'm trying to think. What was the next big thing? Oh, the women's IC title scene is heating up. It is heating up. Or, as we say, let's catch a wave. Because yeah, hit the thing, hit the thing, hit the thing. No. Sol Ruka and Becky Lynch, their match got confirmed for Saturday's main event. They had a cool little segment. You know, Becky Lynch interrupts Sol Ruka second interview with Byron, says, "Go back to NXT. You lost your two matches on Raw. Poor kid, what you doing? Blah 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 blah." Soul is such a gangster. Like Soul is presented. I feel like Soul got presented a little bit differently, but still very much in line with her character. Compared to how she was. Soul wasn't pulling out. Soul wasn't keeping it P like this. I would just be so for. Soul said, "Oh, you talking shit?" Bet. Walked out to the ring, said, "Hit my music." Bet. Tell this right here, right now. So Becky, of course, said, I'm not fighting you for. If you want to set up an actual match, we could do it at Saturday's main event. Blah 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 blah. And then Soul says, "All right, but you're gonna have to put that title on the line." And then the match got confirmed. It's a little bit dubious whether it's actually for the title or not. I assume that it is.
So
Or
I can answer this because so from what I was seeing online, it is a title match, but it got announced on social media. I checked it today and I couldn't find it when it was officially for the title, but I'm assuming that like like I'm gonna assume that it's online so I can.
yeah,
So,
I'm
but
not
yeah,
gonna lie. Even
it's been real.
yeah, even the vagueness of whether or not it's for the title and it being playing into the overall story of Becky continuing to do more for Trump-like mannerisms. Which, by the way, scary impersonations. The mannerisms like she's copying like down to the T. It's very
Oh
very fucking
yeah.
scary.
Yeah.
Um, so Becky. And so that plays into the whole overall story. First off, I'm not gonna lie. Becky's the first 3 times women Intercontinental Champion. I don't want them to draw this out, make it a whole thing where Soul gets the belt at SummerSlam, gets a big moment. No, just give her the belt. Just give her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Soul can have a big moment in her first defense. Soul can have a stipulation defense. Against hopefully anybody other than Becky, maybe Io or something. But right now, just give Soul the belt. It's you can make Becky a transitional champion. That is completely fine.
Yeah.
She won't get hurt. At this point of the field, she's not gonna get hurt by being a international champion.
Yeah,
Like
and The thing with the IC title lineage, especially on the women's side, is that they'll make champions transitional who shouldn't have been transitional and actually got hurt because y'all did all this time building up Maxine Dupree. She beat Becky like what 3, 4 times.
Yeah.
Actually got over with the crowd. Dude, think about it like this. There was a point last year where the IC champions were Maxine Dupree and John Cena. If that doesn't sound like a complete clusterfuck, I don't know what does. So
Yeah.
he spent all this time building her up, and then what is she doing now? Hopping into cars in the back of segments with Austin Theory. Girl, get up, get up.
Get up. I mean, that's funny. I mean, that's a good point, though. I do agree. I feel like Maxine, if I'm face of the earth, she's just backstage watching 30 now. But um, tying it back to the segment with Soul and Becky, I agree. I feel like Soul should win at Saturday main event, and then I don't know Becky. I think Becky. I mean, maybe I'm biased from Becky Stanboy. I think she's overdue the big strap again. I mean, Raw's already, you know, I mean, I don't see wide open in the main event scene, but I don't know. I just like in the loss, Becky's gonna be fine regardless. It's Becky Lynch. And I want her to go
Mhm.
back to the main event scene. I just feel like I don't know. Becky with big goal. I want it. I mean, I got some bias in my opinion, but like you said, Soul can easily get that strap, and then we can get some banger matches. Like we get her and Io again, her and Lyra. We get her and
Ooh,
Bailey again, her and
ooh.
Roxanne, her
Mhm.
and Raquel. Like it's right there. The right is on the wall. So just give it to Soul. She started off with two L's, and just have her just prove that she had a slow start, and she's just gonna carry that and just start winning and winning and winning, and start getting the championship on Saturday. So hey man, let
Okay.
Soul just cook.
I
Yeah,
agree.
I'm with it. Um, Man, what's next up on the docket? So we had Paige and Brie Bella defend the tag team championships against the Judgment Day, Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez. I'm not gonna lie, it was a fire match. I do actually have to give credit to Brie Bella. I don't really give her the flowers as much as I probably some might say I probably should. I am a little bit judgmental, little can't even lie, but
Just a little.
just a little. I'm never. Oh, that's crazy. Crazy. That's crazy. I'm never too out of line. I'm always sorry and be respectful. But Brie Bella has been hooping lately. Between this match and her match on SmackDown, she has been hooping. I think out of how do I say this in the most respectful?
Boy.
If we are to make it from a comparative mindset, and I'm to look at AJ Lee when she came back, which is crazy what I'm about to say because I'm an AJ Lee standboy the same way how Vaughn is a Becky stand. Comparative to Nikki when she first came back, before Brie came back, and she was doing a little feud with Stephanie Valkyrie and everything like that. And well, we haven't really seen much of Paige, so I'm kind of going to discount her from this because we've only seen her in tag matches. Brie is hooping better than all of them
Mm,
as far as from a pure in ring stand, and she's adapting to these new girls. In my opinion,
mhm.
that's just that's just my thought. But this match really did. I think Brie was the standout. Roxanne Perez. Roxanne Roxanne doing the pre-match promo with Raquel and Liv causing Roxanne to break character is probably one of the funniest things I've seen. But mind you, Raquel's doing like a majority of her promo in Spanish, right? And Roxanne's doing a little bit of hers in Spanish too. And Liv Morgan's just in the back. Yeah, that's my bestie. That's my bestie.
Being a hype
Like,
best friend.
bro, that's like when the gangster rappers on stage and then there's a little gay dude on the other side. Pow, pow, pow.
A little hype
Um,
man in the rap battles.
exactly. When they could have added a Don DeMarco, DeMarco. Love that. But no, like, let me really, no, like, it was a really fun match, really good match. The women's tag division being consistently like carried on both shows is I don't think this makes an argument to consolidate the tag belts inside as well. However, after this week, if you were to make the argument, I could see it because they're a focal point on both shows. And now the only thing is that I'm just begging for Bailey and Lyra to finally get a run with the belts. I'm begging for
Mhm.
Fatal Influence to get a run with the belts every Friday. Like there's so many contenders that they have that it's incredibly like there's no like they're never gonna run out of competitors, which I think is the most fun part of it. Because now we never know when they're gonna actually take over, when they're gonna actually drop these belts. Because they have a match against the Irresistible Forces on Saturday. So overall though, what you guys think of the match?
I'll make it quick, but I say everything you're saying. Like, I was definitely more surprised at the stuff we got in ring wise. Like, shout out to Paige coming off, the neck injury and, not really being booked as well as AW and coming out there and like jumping out, doing like big spots and crazy spots, being slammed against, the barricade and everything with Raquel. So just shout out to Paige
Bro,
for not buying the line and not being afraid to do that stuff after the injuries. Like, shout out to Paige.
she's 33 and hooping like she's 19. Just crazy that we can actually have footage of her hooping on the main roster at 19. Mind you, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But
So yeah, I just hope this is I don't know. I want to see more Paige. Like each week I'm getting more reinvested in Paige. With the way she's been showing off in the ring. So just keep booking the way they're booking her, and then I wouldn't be surprised if they wanted to add Paige playing in the U.S. title, women's run. So
Mhm.
Paige gonna have to get slimed out by the Bellas at some point. So
yeah, at some
apparently
point.
Nikki,
Oh, for
apparently
sure.
Nikki,
Yeah.
yeah, and apparently Nikki just got cleared. So
Oh, so it's coming sooner or later.
yeah, hey man, wouldn't be surprised if it happens on Saturday.
Hey, I mean, I'm a fan of Paige, so I think I was a little worried with the whole coming back and forth because ring was injuries, you know, but she's a whole MVP, honestly, showing out. And so I was kind of worried when the fourth one that like what the women's high title had been built up until Mania, it's like being constantly defended and you like different team very weak. Like I was kind of worried
Yeah,
I was going to go away, but I'm pleasantly surprised that it's still happening. And I agree with you, Sam. So, like it's surprising that the women's tag division is the most live division on WWE television right now.
hmm
Granted, one, like all the other tag teams we have, but two, the way that WWE treats their tag teams.
my thoughts is
Honestly,
that
honestly, it's more shocking to say that the women's tag division in WWE is better than the women's tag division in AEW right
dude,
now
yeah,
because they had a rocket put on their backs for that, and that what happened to that division. But this is what happened up there on NJ and Samuel. But
yo, you gonna keep pushing for Anna Jay and Tate Mello to get the belts?
I will. They should have been the fourth camps. But who am I, right? Come on, TK.
Uh,
Pulling me back with
that's
that.
real. I'm not gonna lie. I would like. We're gonna talk about this more when we talk about AEW as a whole. We gotta stop with the 5 minute challenges. I think it's an interesting concept, but when it's an interesting concept, but it fits more Megan Bay's character than Lena Cross, who we're just starting to get adapted to.
Mhm.
So
And see, I disagree that I enjoy it. I like the idea, but it's the same thing as like the continental tornadoes, just for
mm,
20 minutes, 5 minutes instead of 20 minutes. But like actually have like they're going against nobodies. No disrespect to the local talent or the small like not the people, but
mm,
like go and ask the tag teams if you're gonna do it.
Yeah.
yeah,
Anna
that's
Jane,
fine.
Carmelo, maybe.
That's fair. That's real. They could
It's
no, they
just an
could get
example,
actual
right?
tags. They could get actual teams to do it. They could call up some
Yes,
teams from ROH. Like shoot,
yes.
you can even do the mismatch. That's how we got Mind World and Beyond. Like
Yeah.
um, let's see. All right,
Time,
so
time
sadly,
for your
going back
ISO.
to Raw, we gotta. All right,
Time for your ISO. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not
Clear,
even gonna
clear
lie.
court. Clear court.
Just
Clear court.
clear court. Just like Flex is talking to fucking drop a bomb on him. So WWE, let's really talk. Hell, let's talk. Come on, let's talk. Fuck Hunter Hearst Helmsley. I'm not talking to that fuck right now. He made Hunter Hearst Helmsley made my childhood. I'm talking to Paul. Bring your bitch ass out. Cause let's really sit and talk about this. Now I get it. I get it. He still had dates left on his contract. However, y'all couldn't have made those like fan appearances, or hey, even better, y'all couldn't just take him to court. He needs to be well, he should be in jail. But what? Wait. I'm putting the cart in front of the horse. In case folks don't know what I'm talking about, Oba went out to do the Oba Femi Open Challenge on Monday. Lights hit, Oba doing the whole big thing, riding off the high of being Brock Lesnar. Only for that fuck boy that said all that paperwork to come and show up and give him an F5. Let me let y'all know right now. Again, just like my teammate said, gotta hit the ISO on him. Got to. Because as soon as I saw that shit, I said, oh. So we're just not only my first thing is that you just discredit all the momentum that you have built with Boba. Because trying to make this a legitimate rivalry, not only does it discredit the landscape of wrestling because it actually means something when you put your boots in the ring. But again, most corporate fucks don't really know that. Um, but it also discredits the fact of Brock had this long history of not just beating and obliterating and emasculating the shit out of any champion that was put in front of him, but particularly black champions. Oh, nothing over. Put something Nigerian motherfucker who calls himself the ruler, the bringer of war, absolutely body bag Brock Lesnar and force him to retire on the biggest stage of them all. Yeah, that was a different level of high. That was a different level of validation as far as what the next generation will look like for wrestling, and as far as what the next generation of star will look like for wrestling. Because hey, I'm gonna lie to you, think about how much we had to do just to get Kofi made. Think about how much we had to do just to get Ron Simmons. Think about how much we had to do just to get The Rock. And before all you motherfuckers with fucking pencil dicks are gonna type in the comments, oh, why everything gotta be about race? Bitch, look at me. Like, let me be so for real. Let me be so for real. Just look at me. You thought I wasn't gonna turn everything about it? I'm literally doing this podcast with a bonnet on. Hey, I also I'm wrong. Was it Monday or was it Tuesday that was Malcolm X's birthday? Because either way, it's fucking diabolical. It's fucking diabolical. Anyway, let me stop before I get my co-host in trouble. Um, all in all, this is completely reductive to Boba Fett's character. He just did an amazing job building. This man was on the rocket going straight to King of the Ring and then straight to taking the belt from Roman Reigns or Jacob Fatu after a clash with whoever. However, y'all asking everyone to take a pay cut, but you couldn't actually get those lawyers to work. Just take Brock to court over the missing dates. And again, I I I know I gotta probably say allegedly that this is all dirt sheet info, so whatever. Because he allegedly still had dates left, just like the alleged victims that he has. Anyway, um, like we gotta on bro, clog it. But like it's fucking disgusting. It's fucking disgusting and it's fucking sucks because granted, however folks may feel about Oba after the whole Joe Rogan comments he made on Stephanie McMahon's pod, Oba was a young black star. Oba was a young star that was actually being propelled to be one of the biggest in the company. He was being he he was one of the hugest marketable things that they've been trying to push since his run. They just announced a bunch of house shows. You know who's on the poster for all of them? Oba Femi. So it's disheartening. But then again, this company has been disheartening since literally the end of SummerSlam. Like, And the funny thing is, you know what the consistent thorough line is for all the most disheartening parts of this company? They all got some shit to do with it. Go to jail. Rock. Go under the jail. Rock. Go somewhere. And I understand he tried to go. He tried to do his little piece, even though I wasn't shedding no tears. I was cheering like a motherfucker. I've said this on this podcast multiple times. Rock. Should have just went to court, big dog. You already got me in cuffs to begin with. I'm sure you like. No, you should have just went to court. I don't care if they're gonna stretch. Like, I genuinely don't care if they're gonna stretch this out until SummerSlam, so that way he can retire in his hometown and complete his contractual obligations. If that is the alleged reason, I realized I had to start saying this before we get served. Um, Regardless of that being said, it's disheartening because now you have trivialized a completely new and up and coming star. You have now, I'm not saying that you've turned Obafemi into Kofi Kingston, Bobby Lashley, someone fill in any of the other completely black champions that he
Big,
went ahead and desperate. Big
Biggie, The
E,
Rock.
yeah. Like, I'm not, and again, no disrespect to any of those guys. It's just we know in the grand scheme of Vince McMahon's WWE what you guys were and what your Tyler reigns were looked at. They were completely and severely diminished. And what Oba beating Brock at WrestleMania 42 was, at least to the black wrestling zeitgeist. I can't speak for anyone else, nor can I even speak for all black wrestling fans because we are not a monolith, no matter what you motherfuckers try and think. It was disheartening because I thought that this was actual progress being made in the actual landscape of WWE and especially in those back rooms. So that's just my thought. Y'all want to do checks and y'all want to focus on some contracts and some dates instead of actually respecting the landscape of wrestling and respecting the progress that was put in that moment where Brock was retired. Because as much as I hated the fact that they made this a thing to begin with, I figured the biggest thing was, oh, at least Oba gets put in a spotlight. Now that spotlight has been incredibly diminished because not only have you undercut everything, because Oba, it wasn't even like there was no back and forth. It was just an immediate wipeout from Brock when he came back. But you have now made what, again, this penguin looking motherfucker Paul Heyman wants to call the biggest rematch in history. Bitch, this is not Rock Hogan. This is not Rock Austin. Actually, it might be more Rock Hogan than Rock Austin, but that's for other reasons. All in all, to end my Joe Budden rant, it's disheartening to think that we had went 2 steps forward and to end up actually going 5 steps back. So, to all those, because I know actual people who have stopped watching the product ever since they have brought back Brock Lesnar. And to be fair, I can't even tell them they're wrong because I would probably do the same shit if I didn't have to get on here and do this because I genuinely care and love about this brand. And also, I love a lot of WWE talent aside from Brock Lesnar. So it's disheartening because now I can't even say, "Oh, we're getting better." No, we're taking steps back, and I'm talking outside of the actual quality of the product here. I'm talking from a genuine morality standpoint. So, with that being said, Paul Levesque, not your biggest fan right now. TKO, fuck you. Nick Khan, fuck you. To all those who have been affected by Brock Lesnar's transgression, I stand with you. It's that simple.
Yeah. I mean, you hit on the head. Like you hit on the head. Like it's one of those things where I'll keep my thoughts short. Where like you said, I just feel like they stepped on Oba's work. It's like you didn't build Oba to be this next main event guy for Brock to come back, like you said, to basically beat him the hell up and then stand tall, which it's crazy because Oba was looking tall after every type of interaction he had, and for him to come back and do that to sit right with me, and for him to come back in general to sit right with me, and if they wanted to build this matchup, I would much rather you have Oba, not Oba, but have Brock work his way towards it. I just don't like the fact that it's like, oh, psych, I thought I was retiring. Oba
Mhm.
F5, see you clashing is Italy. I don't like that. I mean, it's it's
Yeah.
it's many ways they could have went about it to make it not feel as distasteful as it was. But once again, it's just like you don't leave your shoes and everything in the ring and then throw up the accent is not a work to come right back to work. Like I don't know. I feel like that's a quote unquote work for sick of being a work. Like it wasn't a work. Like he actually wanted to
Yeah.
retire. TKO was like, no, you owe us dates and making them go back to work. And I don't know. You could have had him go against Seth. I don't know. Like, don't. It's just I don't want to see him ruin all the progress we built with Oba. Because I'm pretty sure if they run past Italy, which they are, Oba's probably going to lose. Like,
There
I
are
don't
other.
think he's going to
There
win.
are. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna win either because they have to draw this out to SummerSlam.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, this has to go to Minnesota, and because of the
Mhm.
fact that SummerSlam is in fucking Minnesota and he's still on the active roster, they're going to anyway. Um, yeah, no, it's like you said, it's completely reductive, and I'm trying not to go on another 10-minute rant here, but like it's reductive and it's shame.
It's, it's very distasteful, to say the least. So to keep me from going on a Joe Button rant, I would just say it's very distasteful and try to pile in. And with that, I pass. What you think, Sears?
Bro, here's what you think.
Okay. So as the token like God of the group, right? I give you guys 100%. I think it only holds over given Brock's history of beating wrestlers who are African American. It's not looking good for Cowboy. I agree. I don't care that Brock does like that. I don't really care Brock when he's back in terms of like, oh, he's back. And this is like Raw at this point, right? Brock when he always comes back. Like he's you can't you can't you CK is not gonna let him not go away. Definitely contract when he's good. But like I'm all upset. I'm upset about but kind of like what Ron mentioned, the legacy of like the big being left in the way. Like
Yeah.
Brock is really done. You just let him retire and you know put Uba in another match. Hell, have him go against Gunther at SummerSlam, right? Like
Very
oh,
easy line.
King of the Ring. So now you put at risk the summer of Uba that you kind of you tease at that ring. So I have the hope. What I imagine happens here is Uba loses at Classic Day. They go 1-1, and then Uba
So
beats
we
him
have
again
to have a rubber match.
and I think Uba beats him again at Mania. That's what I'm saying. Even though we shouldn't be at that point, that's what's going to happen. And then I think after that, that's when he hits the rock. That's when he goes after the title. Unfortunately, I also wouldn't be upset if he beat him again at Today, and then we're done with this. We're done with it, right? I wouldn't be upset with that.
I
I
wouldn't
can
be
see.
upset either.
Do I see that happening? I see like a 90-80. If that's not happening, it could happen. Who knows? I mean, I was going to take it off at some point before he gets to the belt, right? Might as well make it to. Might as well make it to. I don't even say his name again, but like he's gonna have to lose at some point. Make it happen at Italy, and then take it, and then have him take out Lesnar at his hometown, and then let him go on his merry way. Let him go wide off in the sunset, right? For all we shall, or going down in hell for all we shall. But
Hey, taking my back. Wait, Lenny, my bad. Go ahead.
I mean, am I shocked? No, they talked about it way too much. I mean, it's TKO, not like for once. I think it's TKO, not Brock Lesnar. Obviously, Lesnar had to say yes, but he also contracts are contracts. In my line of work, we deal with a lot of contracts. Unfortunately, they can get a call for that. So TKO's a bunch of bitches, and Lesnar needs to go in.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep saying
Yeah.
it. The most three English letters in all of wrestling is not RKO. It's
Mhm.
TKO.
Mhm.
Bro. Um, so how the hell do we follow up this discussion by talking about Seth Rollins and Austin Theory? Actually, I know exactly how. So Seth, there's a lot of interesting things going on with Seth Rollins in the division. Um, First, of course, we have to talk about the Street Profits involvement and the fact that not only are they teasing more of a Street Profits dissension, we saw Montez and Angela Dawkins kind of bump heads, but Seth Rollins went up against Austin Theory this week when he initially was calling out Ron Breaker, or Ron Breaker initially wanted to answer the challenge. Obviously, we know that they're holding out the Braun and Seth rematch until probably like either Clash or Night of Champions, or because I don't. They're probably going to do the rubber match at SummerSlam, but they have to have one intermediately somewhere. So that's that's my thought process. Um, However, Austin Theory. How do we fix Austin Theory to be more than just a fall guy? Because he's so incredibly
I think the only way we fix Theory is if it goes the way we all kind of imagined it going, where this whole time he's been like psych double agent for Seth Rollins. We go back. So I feel like the only way we really get him to not be just the entry level henchman to get to the boss, is by him turning face and aligning himself with Seth Rollins. Because I feel like if we do that, I mean, they could run him and Logan. And I feel like that'll help, get him, out of that, henchman role. So I don't know. I think until he make that FaceTime have been clamoring for since last year, I think he's going to continue to be the entry level henchman that you fight to get to the big boss. I mean, it's just, I mean, he can sell moves. He looks good in the ring for like the people he's going up against. So, I mean, the match was good. Don't get me wrong; it was a good match. He was selling his ass off like always. It's like you say, it's just hard because if you're a wrestling fan, you know what Theory can do. Like you know that Theory's capable of being the guy. It's just that there's nothing from a booking standpoint getting behind him, and it sucks. So I just hope we figure it out before he jumps ship. And if he was to, I mean, I wouldn't be mad because I mean, I'll save it for when we get to AEW, but I won't be mad. So overall, it
I ain't
was a
gonna
good
lie.
match.
I saw after he took the pin on Monday, the first thing I thought in my mind was Austin Theory would make an amazing TNA World Champion.
That
Mhm.
too. So like, I mean, he can go. So I feel for him sometimes, but overall, good match. Seth won, and then the whole aftermath, it's good stuff because we're getting the vision, with the Street Profits and Seth going. Which, if they wanted to, run that somewhere down the line, that would be a sick match too. So, I'm
I
just
could see that
loving
being
that.
like a 6 man net clash.
Yeah, so just I'm talking in circles, but I'm loving what we're seeing from everybody. I want more for Austin, and I'm glad that we're constantly seeing the Street Profits because I've missed the Street Profits so much, and they are here, and we'll say they want the smoke, so I'm all for
Boy,
it, man. So I'm glad that they're back on TV screens and being aggressive and being a vital point in the tag division right now because Raw tag division needs it bad.
bad. Serious, what you think, man?
Uh, yeah, I think Austin Theory needs to get away from the vision. In all honesty, he's really good for just be wasted as tag champs with Logan Paul. Uh, which is also pleasing to say that Logan Paul has more titles in WWE than Dynamite and tied with Dominic Mysterio and more than JD Madonna. Like it's insane. Uh, It was a solid match. We're gonna get Mysterio from Paul in the division. I think. Well, I think they're not teasing eight. So, Street Profits breakup. I think they're kind of like teasing, like kind of like what they did with like the Usos rejoining Roman, and like one of the Profits it's edging closer, and eventually he went to Boston rejoining as well.
Mm.
So But it was a solid match. And again, to be expected.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Was there anything from Raw that you guys wanted to touch on real quick? I do want to double back to something real quick before we close out on Raw because I touched on it a little bit, but more so in a joking manner. What the fuck is Maxine Dupree doing with Austin Theory?
I
What?
don't know. And respectfully, is she joining the division? Like the division, I was like, why she just she plays like a vision groupie at this point? Like I don't know, like she's getting nothing, like no words are being said. Like only action we get is her and Austin talking. So I mean, if they want to add her and I guess turn a heel, I wouldn't be mad. I guess getting a more aggressive Maxine, but it's like you said, like she was so over a year ago, being the baby face that we all adored, because she was
Yeah.
training hard, working hard, and overcome obstacles. You're the underdog, but I don't know what they're doing with Maxine. It's kind of odd. Hopefully, we get some answers
Also, we
soon.
never
'Cause
got the conclusion to her story with Nancy.
exactly.
Never got
So
anything.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. um, but before we move on, I just want to put a spotlight on the Demon and Bobblehead in the street fight. That was a pretty good match, with some good spots.
Yeah.
Definitely one that I was looking forward to once they announced it. So I'm just glad that they're giving the Prince and JD something to work with. And
Yeah.
anytime they've been in the ring so far, from some really, really good stuff. So I'm excited to see what's next for JD. Obviously it's gonna be Dom. So I'm excited to see what's next between Finn and Dom. So keep an eye on that.
Honestly, just have the blow off match at Clash. That'll be
Yeah.
a nice little opening match. Let's not draw this out
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
if we couldn't even get the AJ Styles and Dom beef be like a two PLE cycle worthy story, you
Yeah.
can't tell me that's Um, moving on. You guys want to run through NXT real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah. Grab Central.
All right. So let's start out. Grab Central. Let's start off with Kam Hendrix and Mason Rook going up against Tony D'Angelo and Miles Moore. And I'm not gonna lie to you. Let this be known right now. When it starts off, this was the opening match, and I'll tell you right now, the wrong person took the pin. And also, I love Tavion Heights, but I've never hated Tavion Heights more than on Tuesday. Excuse me. I fully believe that Tony D'Angelo should have taken the pin there if he wanted the faces to lose. However, I get it. He is NXT champion, but also you want to establish Mason Rook or Cam Hendrix. That's the perfect way to do it. It was a non-title match. You can sacrifice. Also, it's Tony D'Angelo. It's not like he's even. I think even The Rock coming in and only having one match has more aura and needs to be protected more than Tony D'Angelo.
Mhm.
But no, I agree. Except for what it was a cool match. For what it was. Just want to say Cam Hendrix has a banger theme song, by the way. Side note.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But
Showtime. Showtime.
yeah. But like you said, I do think Tony D should have been pinned. But I think if Mason Rook would have got the pin, it should have been Tony D. At least with Cam Hendrix pinning Miles Bourne, that could lead to some North American title stuff. So I feel
Yeah,
like in
because the
that
next
sense,
PLE for them is Battleground, right?
yeah, something like that. I think I'll have to check. But I would say just from that standpoint, it was nice that they did it that way. And then, like I said, it led to the segment later on where Mason Rook got his get back and was like, "I'm gonna bro me," like
Oh,
like
bro.
I'm Mason Rook. So, but just keep it quick. It was a good match. Right people won. And I do like the fact that they're putting a spotlight on these new up and coming talents in Cam Hendrick and Mason Rook. So it was a decent match. It was pretty good.
Real quick, real quick thought, because we were just talking about Maxine Dupree and now we're talking about Cam Hendricks. I would like to. I know they've done mixed tags on NXT live events. I would like to see Maxine Dupree just come down to NXT for an episode and just do a mixed tag with Cam. I think that would be fun.
That would be cool.
But no, serious. What you think of the match?
I agree. I mean, I don't necessarily think they'll push them one. It was kind of two stories coming together. Uh, and Rook got his payback, like Ron said, with the segment later on in the night. But I mean, they're showing off the young talent like crazy right now. I mean, it's needed because they're still recovering from the call ups they had, and trying to establish with some new stars. I think Look has so much potential. Like he is, I think this before, but he is what Keith Lee should have been.
Mhm.
And if we keep treating him like this, he is going to be your next big star, next big muscle. Because
He's
like
been, he's
you
bad.
only need a
Oh,
muscle.
God, he's slamming your dad.
Like, and so I mean, shout out to Look because like at first when I saw him, I'm like, who the hell is this guy? Like not knowing who he was, and I'm a fan of his. So.
Oh, dude, Mason Rook is so over. Like, not only has he's big, he's bad, he'll body slam your dad chant just gone absolutely insane, but also now you got two chants. They gave him the Mason Rook, like, and also for such a small concentrated area like the PC, when you can have that type of momentum, even better.
Mhm.
Um, man, there's so much going on. Like you said, they're showing off, and we got to see it a lot when we talk about the NXT Women's Championship. That scene, man, it is with some heavy hitters. Vaughn and I spoke in droves last week about the Kendall Green and Kehlani Jordan match, giving that his flowers being such a banger. And so now seeing the NXT Women's title scene, obviously we got Izzy Dane wanting to get her shot. We got Kendall Gray wanting to get her shot. We got Kaylani wanting to get her shot. What did we think of the overall segment, guys?
Um, like I said, I mean, always it's a good segment. Like I said, I don't know, like I'm just excited for NXT because like some of the things where like people were so quick to say, "Oh, NXT it's depleted, everyone's gone, like it's not watchable," and I'm like, there's some hoopers, man. People gotta realize NXT is developmental, so like a lot of the stars that you see got the call up were once new people developing in the NXT system. So I'm just excited, man, because like we mentioned, like Kehlani Jordan is hurt, and like we mentioned last week, she went under the radar pretty often, which is crazy to think that she's under the radar when she put on banger matches every time she's out there. You got Lola
Mhm.
Vice, great technical wrestler. You got Kendall Angle, as I've been saying. So like the women's NXT division is like crazy right now. So it's just I'm excited to see where it goes. Next champion, I think you have to go with Kendall. I mean, I feel like Kendall's doing too much good stuff for that to be her. And then I feel like you can then get Kendall working with those heels in the main event scene to like, get them some more TV time with the belt. Um, but it's good. It's good stuff right now. Like I'm loving NXT. Like NXT to me is grab central. They got something to prove. So I'm loving it. Like NXT.
Mhm.
I still one show this week. I watched no second show I watched this week. Where I actually watched it live. I had to fall asleep. So hey man, next is keep me up, keep the old man up. So there's some good stuff going on down there.
That's real. I think NXT is proving to be the most consistent show, even with the new additions coming in. Because,
Yeah.
dude, we've had so many new people come up lately. Where I don't want to touch on it too much because we haven't gotten an official match yet from it, but that segment between Layla Diggs and Jada Parker. First of all, we don't talk much Evolve on here, but I have been screaming Layla Diggs praises in our group chat for the longest and off mic for the longest. Also, I'm excited to see that feud. Jada is consistent. Vaughn, stop looking at me like that. That's
I'm
Jada
excited.
is
I'm
consistent.
excited for that for you too.
Oh, Vaughn's trying to be a freak. All right. Anyway, but no, I think Layla already has like one of the best scissor kicks in the game, and then apparently last night she's decided that she wants to give one of the best moonsaults in the game, aside from Jacob Fatu. So it's like
He was
it's
floating. Oh my
insane.
goodness. Sorry to cut you off, but she was
No, no,
floating.
no,
The
go ahead.
airtime was crazy.
Yeah, so it's insane to see how that's gonna go. So think about the people that we have coming in. We got EK Prosper, we got Shiloh, we got Tristan Angels who's now doing the whole thing. We got Romero Moreno. There's so many people coming in. And of course we gotta talk about Lizzie Rain who challenged Tatum Paxley this week on NXT. And dude, when Lizzie did the dive to the outside and then Tatum caught her with the Insiguri, Do you know the timing of that? It was beautiful. Uh, I think people sleep on Tatum as a technical wrestler because of her character, but talking pure craps, I would really love to see Tatum versus
No, I agree. Like, little sneak peek in the Bell to Bell. Like, that's definitely a contender for like, one of the matches of the week. Like, like I don't know, something about and even like I keep saying, like when they first made the vignettes for Lizzie, I was already hooked. So like she's just been coming in like a tsunami, just I don't know, man. I'm in love with her. Like I love what she's doing right now. You put in there with Tatum Paxley, who been putting on great matches as well. I mean, it's and that chemistry they had was really, really good too. So like the chemistry was on point, the spots were
Yeah.
there. Oh, like it was a fantastic match and like definitely my match of the night, for NXT. So I'm excited to see how it goes from there with the Zarya at the conclusion of the match, beating them both up. I mean beating up Tatum Paxley. Um so once again, like I said, just the women's division NXT is honestly the best in wrestling right now. I mean, in my opinion at least. It's like it's so good. We're getting good graps every week. We're getting some great development and character progression from all the people down there. So I love
Mhm.
NXT, man. They're doing really, really good. And that match was chef's kiss.
Same. Um, uh, Vaughn's about to be an annoyance for the next couple of minutes. So for the main event, we had the Vanity Project go up against Darkseid for the NXT Tag Team Championship. Good match, great match. Really, really good match, really solid match. Some really dope spots, some really cool spots. But let's be honest, y'all don't care about like not to say y'all don't care about the spots, but let's talk about the finish.
Yeah, the
So
finish
as you
first.
can see behind me, they done went ahead and slimed out my boy. They done went ahead and slimed out
I know you
Saquon.
was hurt.
They done went ahead and slimed out Southeast DC's on Saquon Sugars. Like Vaughn said, I was hurt. I was distraught. I was in pain because my delusional ass was still saying, "Oh, you can have a UE type run. Everybody gonna get gold." Nope, nope. I think it was a premature breakup. However, I do think, and I've been saying this since they debuted, y'all can check stats. Saquon Sugars as a solo star is going to be pushed to be fucking moon. I fully, fully believe in Saquon Sugar's talents because even when he was Lucky Ali in DPW, he was one of the brightest stars on the Indies. So imagine with the resources of the WWE. Dude,
Mhm.
even with just the little skits he puts out on Instagram. I'm not sure if you guys saw the one where he's like, everything I do as a 220-pound WWE superstar. Brother, he is hilarious. Like, he oozes charisma in the realest way possible because I know he got some 990s in the crib, dog. That's really like the realest. He's incredibly relatable once he's able to actually be him. And like it was a good match, but I am excited to see Saquon's future. And I think the starting feud being him versus Dion will elevate both of
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, just keep it short. I definitely agree. And when they first did that, I'm like, oh, Saquon's gonna take off. Like, you get him in like the North American Championship scene, or having this little thing going on with Dion. Like, I don't know. I feel like him as a face will go crazy. They said the charisma he has is natural to him. Like, then ring
it.
stuff comes natural. I feel like everything with him just comes natural. So it's like you now give him an opportunity to go out there and be the good guy with the charisma he has, get that following behind him. I'm excited to see how it goes. So I definitely am excited to see how these. Oh my God, the Dark State promo battle is going to be crazy between him and Dark State. So I'm excited for all of it. So like I'm definitely like on the Saquon train now, as the solo star now. So I'm excited to see how it goes.
What do you guys think for the futures of Osiris and Cuddy? Because I know that it's not a complete dissension. They just kicked Saquon out. But everyone talks about Saquon and Dion, but we've seen some progression out of Osiris and out of so I don't know, man. maybe Cuddy had to go back to being the sus guy and cut more jokes, lead to the comedic side a little bit more in order to get some momentum going on for him. But what do you guys think?
I think this is good for everybody involved. I mean, obviously, like Dion and Sugar are the main part of it, but like the entire group benefits. I mean, it's more screen time. You know, they're not going to do certain the Sugar versus Dion, so they're going to obviously have some one-on-ones. But uh, well, Sugar's going to have some one-on-ones with I don't know the names to be honest. Terrible
Osiris
names.
Griffin, the other big black guy, and then Cuddy, the white guy.
What was the guy's name?
James Cutler. Honestly, you're the Cutler of this podcast.
Crazy.
And I leave. Anyway, Carlo and Osiris. I mean, like they're going obviously going to be some one-on-ones with them with Insurgents, but like NXT is developmental. Like we when when they formed, we knew they were going to grow. Posting, I feel like it's a little bit too soon. But I
Yeah.
mean, with the Max International rules, I think this is a reasonable opportunity for them to kind kind of refocus themselves for a little bit. I think we see them take out Shawood, so he take a little bit of time off. We see them go after the titles, maybe actually get the title of the group, and then Shawood come back and let Dion getting the North American title, and then Shawood come back and take it from him. But like, I think this benefits everybody. So after thinking about it,
Yeah, no, that's real. Definitely very interested to see how the story progresses for all four of them because I think they are all four talented in their own different ways. But who the fuck is gonna get the belts off of the Vanity Project? Like, this isn't
Nothing.
even, yo. And if I called you a mark right now, I'd be wrong, right? I'd be wrong, right?
I don't care.
okay. I just want to point out, Seth, you were the exact same with Dog State. So I don't want to kill anything. This is
Right.
Vaughn's time. This is Vaughn's time to shine.
This is my
He
time.
he he's owned it. He's done all the
That's
work.
fair.
He's owned it.
That's fair. That's fair.
Hey, shout out to the Vanity Project boys. Come on up hard. That's an interview going.
Come on the pod. Look. Look. Hey, Vanity Project. Come on the pod. I got some questions for you.
And they're not going to talk to you. They're going to talk to Vaughn only.
Hey, bring Micah
Hey,
too.
hey, V for Vaughn, V for Vanity. Let's go.
That's crazy. V for Vanity is crazy. But no, honestly,
Vaughn is like the cat. Vaughn is like the Taz of Vandy Project.
yo, that's funny as hell.
I'm done. I'm done.
But the NXT tag division is heating up. Because the thing is that even with Dark State having their own internal drama, we still have so many good teams to focus on. Like Hank and
Mhm.
Take is still down there. OTM has been getting some more shine. And honestly, please put the belts on OTM. I beg. I beg. That might be my only chance to get the belts off Vanity Project.
Yeah, if OTM gets it, I'll be cool with it.
Yeah. And then apparently the culling is trying to take another shot at it, but oh my. Does anyone else think that they gonna slime out Sean Spears?
I mean, I think so eventually, but it's like, what do they do with Sean if he gets slimed out? Like, because I don't think Sean
Goes
has.
back to being a producer and a trainer. That's what he does. He doesn't show up on screen.
Yeah.
Goes to the back. Like what? What do you do, Sean? What do you do with Sean Spears? He goes and keeps working and has a job just backstage. Like what?
Oh boy. All right, who got next, Grants?
Yes, here's what you got for us with kids.
Goods. Okay. One moment while I pull this up.
Oh man. No,
What do
while
you
we're
do with
waiting
Sean?
for this,
It's crazy.
no, that was no disrespect to Sean Spears. It's just like, what the fuck?
Actually, Sean beats Tony D'Angelo and becomes the new NXT championship.
Do you guys see the full screen?
Yeah, we see the whole
Yes.
thing.
Okay. Let me zoom out then.
This looks very AW heavy.
Oh, long way.
Oh, I feel like this. Uh, it is very AEW heavy, but also I can kind of see a couple of these where they're coming into play. I think.
Good thing I've been tuning in recently. Because
All
Vaughn
right,
is over to it.
all
All
right,
right, C. Do
guys.
you want me to do the? Okay, go ahead. You got it.
Then you go ahead and do it.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we got grids today. We're doing a reverse grids. So basically, what this is that we have 9 wrestlers in front of us, and we have to figure out the correlation by row and column. So essentially, what this is going on. If you want to play along with us, I highly suggest that you guys go ahead and switch to the video mode on your DSP of choice, or of course, visit us on YouTube, youtube.com/Top Rope Boys, TOPROPEBOYZ. I believe that's the correct link. Search up Top Rope Boys. We'll show up. And then, guys, let's see what Torture Sears has for us today. Vaughn, do you want to go first or should I?
You can go first. Maybe I can get some ideas off you.
Brian Danielson, Hangman Adam Page, and Willow Nightingale. They are all Owen Hart Cup winners. Series, am I correct?
That's correct.
Cody, Orange Cassidy, and Moxley all TNT champions.
Who?
TNT champions, the bottom row.
No.
All right. I'm going to piggyback off of that, and I'm going to say it's actually the middle row of Brody Lee, Powerhouse Hobbs, Darby Allin.
That's correct.
This is very AW heavy.
Yeah.
I'm blanking. You might got to carry this one, Steph.
All right. Willow Nightingale, Darby Allin, and Willow Nightingale, Darby Allin, and Orange Cassidy conglomeration ties.
No.
Okay. Moxley, Okada, and Orange Cassidy, all Continental champions.
That's correct.
I thought Kato was Cody. Oh, I'm sorry.
Nah, you're missing the giant. You're missing the giant American flag tattoo, bug.
That was the best picture I could find. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm looking at my phone, so I couldn't see. I'm sorry.
Okay, so to give you guys a couple of hints that Vaughn can be a part of this. One of these is WWE related.
Okay.
One of these is Edo related, and one of these is match related.
Okay, well, how to go WWE related? Let's go with the first row.
First column.
Yeah, first column. Won the Intercontinental Championship.
You're right. Yeah. The
yeah.
Independent champion.
Oh yeah.
Good job. I wasn't expecting you guys to remember that one. From Brody Lee.
Yeah.
The last column: Willow Nightingale, Darby Allin, and Orange Cassidy. Was it have all been in Anarchy Arena?
That may be true. Long match type.
It wasn't the one you were thinking. Okay. Blood and Guts.
That is correct.
I knew it had to be one of the two.
I do think that I know Willow Nightingale was in Anarchy Arena. I can't remember if on Cassidy and Darby Allin were.
I think Darby was in the last one that they did at Forbidden Door, the steel cage one, but I can't remember if Orange Cassidy was.
So you guys got one more.
I'll take that a shot in the dark. So the last one, I'm gonna go with is the bottom row. What is that? Intercontinental or is that
international?
International.
Yeah.
It's the middle row. All been tag champs.
Really close.
Trio champs.
That's correct. Yeah, actually, they kind of go in order. Okada was probably that's a lie. Never mind. But yeah,
no, I was about to say they're out of order because Hobbs had it, then Page, and then Okada had it for like a day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they lost it right. Okay.
Yep. So there you guys have it. So going from the columns fulls for WWE Intercontinental Champions, we had Bryan Danielson, Mr. Buddy Lee, may he rest in peace, and John Moxley. Trio champs, we had Hangman Adam Page, well, I guess now he's Royce Keys and
All right.
Okada, and then Blood and Guts match, Will Nightingale, Darby Allin, and Orange Cassidy. And the Rose, Owen Hart winners, Bryan Danielson, Hangman Adam Page, and Will Nightingale. TNT champions, Mr. Buddy Lee, Roy Keys, and Darby Allin. And then international champions, we had John Moxley, the current champion Okada, and Orange Cassidy, the best one. You guys fighting.
All right. Speaking of which, let's hop right into AEW. Ooh, I like how you put this
Yeah.
together, series.
Before
Let's
we do that, I gotta change something real
go
quick before we go in. You can
go
keep
ahead, go
talking.
ahead, go ahead.
Stop saying something. You can keep talking.
All right, so let's talk about the fact that we touched on it a little bit earlier, but Willow Nightingale is out with injury. We found that out during this week's 3 hour broadcast of Dynamite and Collision. Only last weekend in Salisbury, I might add. At the Collision show during her match with Red Velvet, Willow Nightingale faced a shoulder injury. Absolutely sucks. Yo, Vaughn, you are fucking hilarious. Vaughn, you are fucking hilarious. But just I want to know
I need to mute myself.
so
I just want to say, just one is all elite. WWE ain't been hitting the same. You see it. Y'all see it. I'm all elite, man. I love it. Hey, Tony Khan, you got me. I was talking so much crap. Tony Khan, you got me, man. I went to a
Whose
show.
body did you use for this?
Where's
Is that
Keith?
Keith Lee?
Where's Keith? Y'all, wait, hold on. Hey, Tony, you got me, man. I love AEW. I'm sorry. I had to get out of the way. This is standing up. This is standing up for the rest of the podcast.
Oh my God, dude, this is like when you're on a pier walking around somewhere and you see the shirt with the spray tan abs. This is exactly what. Oh, don't say Vaughn on those Olympics.
Hey, he's still a little heavy.
This needs to be a background for every single call now.
Listen, I talk about AEW, I'll switch it.
No. That's not how this works. That's not how this works. This is not your background for all the podcasts now.
Oh, this is funny as shit. Oh, anyway,
Oh my
Sorry.
goodness.
who do you guys think will be the next TBS champion? I already told y'all I want it to be Athena so badly, but if I want to be logical, I think it's either going to be I can see it being Mina Shirakawa. She's been getting a lot of momentum recently. I can see it being Marina Shafir. I can even see it being Alex Windsor, but I think because she already has a belt in New Japan, that might stop her. But who do you guys think is going to end up
You,
being the next TBS champion?
you think that's gonna stop Paul when they had Machine when they had what 11 belts in one go?
Hey, it was like 14, but
Yeah, no, it's gonna be Alex Windsor. Okay, if it's not Alex Windsor, it's Shaquille. It's Shaquille.
Marina deserves it, honestly. Marina has been putting on insane matches and has been doing some crazy ass spots, so I would like for her to be rewarded.
Yeah, I would say, like you said earlier, Athena, just because I think Athena is just overdue, like an AEW push. Or or Marina, I can see just getting her because she's already established. But I want Athena, but I think because Marina's already established, just give it to her and let her run with it.
Plus, ever since Claudio lost the CMLL belt, the Death Riders are lacking gold. Isn't the only one that got gold right now in the Death Riders Moxley?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And
So
soon,
none of we got
and
that.
soon, and soon to be Osprey.
All right, let's talk about that then. Because I'm completely else. But let's talk about that then. So the Osprey and Death Rider story has to be the most interesting story in AEW. like hands down. Because what the fuck do you mean? You almost kill me, and now you are building me up so that way I can almost try and kill you. Some Naruto mind fuck type shit. Um, but what do you guys think of? Because we have Osprey and Samoa Joe headed into Sunday. We got to see Shibata go up against Osprey. How do we see this playing out? Do we see Will Ospreay actually officially joining the Death Riders? Because he gave a pretty crazy promo saying they built me into a killer. They did all of these things, and Will Ospreay is one of the most over baby faces right now. And granted, like I get it, the Death Riders they're kind of tweeners because they get cheered but also get booed at the same time. It all just depends on who they go up against. But Will is an outright like damn near almost white meat baby face in AEW, at least by AEW standards. They have their white meat baby faces still great people with cheese cutters. So like, how do we see this story playing out? Honestly, I think it goes all the way to Wembley, and he's gonna take the belt off of I assume MJF. Like you can say this right now. I fully believe that Will Ospreay is gonna win the Owen.
Oh no, I agree. I put that in my prediction video since you said, and like that's exactly what's gonna happen. He's gonna. I don't think he officially joins the Death Finals, but I think it's more so like I'm trying to think of an example. Like uh, I can't think of one also, but but it's like maybe he joins. Who knows? But like I like it, and I think he is going to be the next well, not the next world champion, but he wins the Hall Cup, and then he just rides that and becomes champion at Wembley. It's him stadium block. He is gonna go all the way.
Mhm. Yeah, I agree with something I've been saying for the past 2 weeks. Like, I think the whole Death Riders angle is just it's like a training montage in a sense. No, it's training him
Yes.
and getting him built and ready for like the big match. I do think that we still get Osprey and Moxley, which I'm kind of clamoring for. I do want to get that whole like, okay, I trained you. Let's see what you learned. Let's run it type deal with like little
Yeah.
like sensei master type deal, sensei student type deal. But I do think overall it's going to build to like this big match in Wembley. Him and MJF, which honestly is the money match I think right now for All In. And definitely the match that I would say I'm definitely clamoring the most for the big strap on AEW. So yeah, I agree with what you guys are saying. And I don't know, I'm loving the montages. Like I'm loving the backstage stuff. I'm loving like the segments. Like I don't know, like Moxie reminds me of like the cool uncle that knows a lot, but still acts young in a sense. Like I don't know. So like I'm just loving the dynamic of Moxley just, being this mentor, but at least I'm being the mentor, he's like screaming at people in the background. So it's good stuff. I'm loving it. Like
Nah, bro.
it's cool.
When Mox had you the headlock, and he was just talking to Will, he was like, "Look, you gotta go like this. You gotta go under. You gotta feel great." That was one of the funniest things ever. And then he starts talking to Will, talking about something. You remember when he won the Super Juniors? Like that reminds me of like your OG from the block talking about some
Hmm.
young blood. I'm gonna have some pussy. Like that's what that reminds me of.
Like he's just the old head in AEW. So I don't know. I love it.
Bro. Another great match. Speaking of the world title picture, we had Darby Allin versus Speedball Mike Bailey go up against each other for the AEW World Championship. Man, I don't think I've apologized to you in person, in your face, but Darby Allin's championship reign right now might be the best
Mhm.
thing in wrestling, period.
Mhm.
Like, it might be my favorite thing in wrestling, period, right now, because he is
Oh no,
consistent.
let me hear it again. I'm sorry, my AirPod went out. Let me hear it again.
Darby Allin's championship reign might be the best thing in wrestling right now because
And you what to me?
I
You're doing.
apologize
Thank you.
because you are consistently getting high quality level matches. See, I could barely get it out. I had to cough after. But anyway, um, we are getting high level matches, and this one with Speedball was no different. Also, Vaughn, again, you continue to be sneakily one of the most funniest things about this show. Because what the fuck do you mean? Let's do a little inside baseball. What the fuck do you mean Vaughn decides to text during the middle of this match and be like, Speedball really hooping with the dogs out. When I clip this, I will put the text right here. Like, what the fuck you mean?
I don't know. Like, I'm like, he don't all this with his toes out. It's crazy, man. But like you saw, like I said, it was very. So I mean, that's surprising because it's Speedball and Darby. So I would say it was surprising, but with the I feel like with the time they gave him to work with, it was a really really good match. Not
Because that
Steph
match was kind
said.
of short. It was like what 10?
Yeah,
I
like it
guess.
felt like the shorter matches out of his run. So like for it to be what it was, because I feel like we still got enough within that. But I want to agree with what Steph said. Like this Darby run has been magnificent. Like I don't know, like it's honestly my favorite thing in wrestling right now too, because we're getting great matches, big moments, and like I love Darby being this champion that's willing to literally die to keep the title. So man, like shout out to Darby, shout out to Speedball. I thought we were going to get a turn when Jack came out and was talking, which
Oh
had
yeah.
me. Yeah, I was thinking we were going to turn right there. So I think that
Oh,
those sprinkles in the
it's
air for that.
we'll get there. Don't worry. It's planting the seeds. We'll get
Yeah.
there. Don't you worry about it.
Dude,
So
I'm so interested in what Kevin Knight is going to look like as a heel. Granted, I'm not super familiar with his New Japan work. Like I've seen matches here and there, but I didn't know. Like I've never been involved in the super story that he's done over there, especially
mhm.
since he's only held tag gold over there. Um, but uh, Kevin is going to be dangerous on the mic as a heel dog. Like imagine everything he says to Speedball, especially if he pulls up all the random crazy shit that Speedball be saying in his vlogs. Oh, it's gonna be such a fire feud. But
Yes.
also, I I wish we could get like one last Jet Speed like tag match. Like do Jet Speed versus like I fully believe that Edge and Christian are gonna win the belts on Sunday. Like do
Yeah.
Jet Speed versus Christian in like an eliminator match or something, and then have Kevin Knight turn on him now.
Mhm.
That's what I would do.
Mhm.
I agree.
Man, that Kevin Knight turn is definitely coming. Serious, what do you think of that? This is your guy, so.
I mean, honestly, it was Darby Allen championship match. It was like it was brutal. It was Darby Allen putting his body, breaking his body for entertainment, and it was excellent. I mean, you're not going to hear me say Darby Allen had a bad match unless it's like fully booked, like Wiz all takedown, for them to do. But like, it's just another example of why Darby Allen absorbed kind of absorbed it entirely, and like, hope I the fan in me wants Darby Allen to retain on Sunday, right? But
Mm,
like the old core in me is saying all signs are heading toward the MDF titling yet again. No, yes.
yeah,
So I'm just enjoying it while it lasts.
Mhm.
that's fair. Do we want to go straight into predictions then? With that being said, 'cause I don't think there's anything else in AEW that we need to touch on.
Yeah, I would just say the match between Ciampa and Briscoe for the Sickos, that was insane.
Oh,
To
Mhm.
dude,
be to give that on a random Wednesday for the Sickos. That's all I want to comment on that. That match was
I
insane.
mean, you're also talking about the company that gave us four title matches and
Yeah,
Fairfax, Virginia,
yeah.
yeah.
including
So
the world title.
yeah. So I would say that match
Also,
was
this
Sickos.
for this being a go home show before a major pay per view is insane.
It was
Mhm.
good.
Crazy.
It was a good show.
All right, so let's jump right into predictions, man. So we got two major events coming up in the world of wrestling. We got Saturday night's main event, and we got AEW Double or Nothing. We were just talking Double or Nothing a little bit earlier, so we're just gonna go through, give our quick prediction to keep it pushing. Darby Allin versus MJF, title versus hair match for the AEW World Championship.
Should
What
we go
we
bottom
think?
to top?
Yeah, Yeah, we can do bottom to top. So I guess if we're gonna do bottom to top, then we can start with Swerve Strickland versus Bandito in the Owen Hart quarterfinals. Who we got?
I'm going Swerve, man.
So
Y'all know me. I'm a Bandito mark. I love Bandito. However,
but
as soon as Swerve popped out at Supercard of Honor, I said, he's losing. I said, fuck. Yeah, I gotta go Swerve. I think the finals of the Owen is going to be Swerve and Osprey at Forbidden Door.
yeah.
And that's gonna be sick.
Ina
Are they on the
Shirakawa versus
are they on the opposite side of the bracket? Have we checked?
no, opposite side.
Mm.
They are. Okay, yeah, that's definitely that's definitely the finals.
Uh, Ina Shirakawa versus Athena in Owen Hart final. Yeah,
I mean, Mina.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, Mina.
I don't care. I'm saying 10 toes down. Big Athena, fallen goddess. What is you talking about? Um, Granted, I will say she got the win in the Fatal Four Way. I mean, in the woman tag on Wednesday, so I wouldn't be surprised. She took the L on Sunday, but Big Athena, fuck is you talking about? Uh, Fallen Goddess all the way. Then
Mm.
we have Stadium Stampede match. Uh, Chris Jericho, the Hurt Syndicate, the Elite, excuse me, versus the man, the Mark Davis, Andrade El Idolo, and the Dogs in the Stadium Stampede match. Who we got winning?
Jericho and company. I mean, that's a stack babyface team. No
Yeah,
way. Definitely after since Omega hasn't won in a little bit. This is Jericho. This is Jericho's first win in a little bit.
yeah,
And the Young
because
Bucks haven't won
Ricochet's
in a
up 2-0,
while.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, this has to be a Bucks. This has to be a Jericho company one.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think the
Also,
face
the
is
Hurt
definitely
Syndicate
one.
hasn't won in a bit either.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all need it.
They needed more. So yeah,
Uh,
I'm gonna go Jericho Company.
that's real. John Moxley versus Kyle O'Reilly for the AEW Continental Championship.
I don't know.
I'm not
I
gonna lie,
think
I would love for Kyle to make him tap. I would love for Kyle to make him tap again.
I would too. I feel like this would be the perfect place for it to happen. But I think Mox can keep the belt until we get the Mox Osprey stuff. So I'm gonna go Mox.
I, I agree. Mox, not for the same reason. I just think Mox losing the title right now is just like diminishing Kyle Osprey story that they have
Mm,
going on. So it's
Yeah.
like I'd be like, how are you going to me? You just talked about.
yeah,
No, so
Yeah.
it's in the Mox. Sorry, Kyle, but you're not winning it yet.
we can
Yeah,
Osprey.
I think it's
I'm sorry, we skip
go ahead.
Osprey and Joe. So that's all. So maybe we can make sure we get that one before we go on.
Yeah, you're right. But yeah, I definitely think that Mox is gonna end up winning this, and Kyle will still have a trio. It'll be fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Osprey and Joe. I told you, I think Osprey.
yeah, Osprey.
So I got Osprey winning this.
yeah, that's like probably the same with that.
Um, although that's gonna be a crazy fucking match, dog. Like,
Mhm.
so the fact that Samoa Joe at his age can still hoop like he does, I have to give. Ooh, this is the match I'm most excited for right here.
Same.
Okada, Takeshita, AEW International Championship. This is going to be Vaughn. Vaughn. If this don't make an episode bell to bell, oh, I'm gonna be surprised.
I am salivating at this match. Like,
Absolutely.
um,
I
if
have
I
big Takeshita. Big take.
I got Okada.
You think you're gonna retain? See who you got.
I gotta touch the end mill.
Yeah, I think Okada win just because I think with like, limited shenanigans, which then leads to like Takeshita making the face turn and leaving Don Callis family. So I think we get shenanigans, which lead to the face turn. So that's why I'm picking Okada.
I can see
Okay,
that.
that's fair. That's fair.
But yeah, that's I'm
FCR,
excited.
Jim Christian. I don't know, fuck their name up. Jim Christian. Look, man, it's the high point match for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. We saw how AEW did Sting for his last run. He went out on top. I think they will fully do the same thing for Cage and Christian. Um, Man, I think Cage and Christian. I think they were fully do the same thing for Edge and Christian. I got them winning all the way, all the way.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm picking the Brood to win. I mean, Cage and Christian to win it.
The Brood is crazy.
Yeah, I think they don't quit this year. I think I've been saying it for like weeks that they gotta hold in until they go to Canada. So I just think that Cage and Christian gotta win.
Yeah. Um, Hikaru Shida, Chris Statlander, and Jamie Hayter, four-way for the AEW Women's Championship. This one, honestly, is the one that can go the most either way because let's be so for real. Tony, as much as you have great competitors, you have not built a story really well. Like, at least in my personal opinion. I think there's more room for
Mm.
what could have been done in this particular story. But I will say Tekla's going to retain because I think whenever Tekla finally does drop the belt, it's going to be on a, which is crazy because this is double or nothing, but it'll be on a stage
Mm.
and with a
Yeah,
more inherent story.
yeah, same. I think Tekla wins it. I think they're just holding the belt till the CEO comes back to take it off of her.
I pray, I pray, I pray, I pray.
So a little bit of history for you guys. Last time we had a fatal four for the women's world championship, that
Wasn't that all
featured,
out last year?
I believe so, and you know who won that match?
Chris Statlander because she took the belt off Tony Storm.
She did. Um, and I am a Chris Statlander fan. I would love to see the world champion again. However, Texas so on.
Yeah.
Got to feel a little bit of a cold morning, you know.
And then lastly, Darby Allin versus MJF title versus hair match. The first one in any major promotion in like 15 years, I think. I think the last one was Mickey James TNA. But yeah, a title versus hair for the AEW Men's World Championship. Darby Allin versus MJF. I'm going Big Hebrew. Big Hebrew.
Kiss the
Shout
ring.
out.
Kiss the ring.
Yeah, just the Dynamite ring.
What you gonna do, sis?
Spears gonna hate saying this.
This is my dog signal, right? You know, like I love Darby Allin. Darby Allin is arguably like one of two of my top two favorite wrestlers, top three, you know, in AEW right now. And I love Darby Allin as champion. I really do. But I know like the exact story what they're gonna do. And for multiple reasons. One, I'm not the MJF bond.
That's killing me. That's
He's not
killing me.
unless he's actually going bald right now, and this is just his way of sharing it all. He is not losing his hair. I'm
Or
sorry.
he has to do a role.
Yeah, like this is like Hope and his hair wasn't that matter to angle. Like you don't shave Edge. You don't shave MJF. Secondly, they're gonna go with the angle like Darby Allin's body is too broken. And I feel this may be a squash match. And I swear to God of my witness, Tony Khan, if you make this another squash match between the two of them, I'm gonna be pissed. So they've been playing, but they've been playing at this the entire time of Darby Allin's reign since he started these brutal ass matches that he
And
can barely stand up, that he can barely keep going. So I swear to God, this match either A is a squash match or B end with a headlock takedown for the third time between these two.
mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be furious.
Hey,
And the only way to change that theory is Orange Cassidy gets some more championship one day. I'm a petty motherfucker. I will hold a grudge. I don't care what you give me, I will hold a grudge. If this match ends in a flush, and Allen loses, or ended up with a headlock takedown, and either one of these fucking win.
all I'm saying
Oh,
is,
I don't gotta edit shit. This is the clip right here. This is the clip right here.
one thing about them tables, they always what? They always turn.
Oh, That's funny
or
as shit.
how the turntables, right?
Mhm.
I swear to everything I hold deal. If it ends in a thwart or a headlock takedown, I'm gonna be furious until Ontasi wins the world championship with his 42-year-old self.
He's 42.
He's 42. I looked at it today.
God damn.
I swear to God. If we get one more with headlock takedown between these two men, who go a lot better in a championship match in a main event, I'm gonna be pissed. But I think MJF wins, unfortunately. I think he's not going bald. He's not shaving his head.
All
I
right.
heard it, Tony.
His wife will not allow it.
No, that's right. She did say it on Twitter. I saw that. All right. Let's get into our predictions for Saturday night's main event. We got Penta versus Ethan Page for the WWE IC title.
Ooh.
This one I
Ooh.
could see going either way.
Uh,
Again, I'm saying the retention. Cero Miedo. I'm sticking with Penta.
I want Ego to win so bad, but I don't think they're going to take it out Penta just yet. But
yeah, I think I agree with that.
yeah, I'll go Penta just because he's on the cover too. I'll go Penta.
Okay.
Actually, I think this is the only match that changes hands. So on Saturday,
Mm.
this is like the one of the two that could change, and then I think I agree with you on that. That he's going to win at tonight on Saturday, so they can go to make it like a bigger thing with Rico. So
Mm.
I think Paige takes it.
I would
Okay.
like that a lot.
So Sirius is going all ego. The rest of us are going Penta. We got the Vision. Austin Theory, Logan Paul going up against the Street Profits. I pray to God, please let the Street Profits get the gold, please.
I think Braun gets involved somehow and just spear him, but then I think if Braun gets involved, Seth gets involved, which even the playing field. I'm gonna go Vision. I just feel like I don't know. I feel like WWE loves the Vision right now, so I'm gonna go with the Vision.
Where is Saturday night's main event? Is this the one in Fort Wayne, Indiana? How close is that to Iowa? That'll tell us whether Seth is involved. If they think they can get a hometown pop for Seth,
Mm-hmm.
Do you
he'll be
know
involved.
who you're Seth? Do you know who you're talking about right now? This is WWE. Seth Rollins is going to be
That's fine.
involved in this match.
Yeah, it's gonna they're gonna involve in some way. I just feel like the Vision's gonna end up winning just because of the shenanigans.
All right. Paige and Brie Bella versus the Irresistible Forces.
Agent Brave.
Yeah,
I'm never rooting. I'm never rooting against black women. I'm going the Irresistible Forces.
I want them to win, but I just feel like Brie Mode and Paige are just like they're gonna keep it until we get the whole story with them slamming out Paige. So I'm gonna go Paige
That's
and
fair.
Brie.
That's fair. I can see that. I can definitely see that. Becky Lynch, Sol Ruka. Um, Becky. I'll go Becky, even though I don't want to, but I will go Becky for rationalism's sake.
You know who I'm picking Becky Lynch, the greatest woman wrestler of all time. It's not just me saying it. Bleacher is saying it. Bleacher Report is saying it. ESPN is saying it. So I'm going with Becky.
That's fair. Sears.
My pick depends on if this is for the title or not. I think if it's for the title, I think Lynch wins in some bullshit way. And then if it is not for the title, I think Solita wins.
Mm.
But I can't tell. 'Cause I was looking at the card during the so while I was pulling up making sure everything was set for the goods, and I saw the card and it didn't say it on the WWE site. It didn't say it was for the title, but they also didn't show the match at all. Right.
That's fair. Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss versus Jade Cargill, Michin, and DFAB, 6-woman tag. I'm not gonna lie, you gotta give this one to Jade and the baddies.
Mhm.
Yeah, you got to. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Jane and Baddies, even though I feel like it's hard to go against Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair, not to mention, but you gotta give
And
it to
and Alexa Bliss
and
as
Alexa
well.
Bliss too. Sorry. And Alexa
Show some
Bliss,
respect.
Miss Bliss as well.
But the thing is that out of like out of everyone that Vaughn mentioned, there's two who are the most protected, and it's not Alexa Bliss.
You
Yeah.
keep her name out of your mouth, freak man.
I'm just saying,
Um,
like, Rhea and Charlotte missed what, 16 or 15 shots? I mean, like, it's that, yeah, I don't know, it's hard to bet against them, but I think that Cargill needs it, her group needs it bad, like, real bad. Like, they lose, it's like, what's the point?
yeah. All right. Should we get into who am I before we get on up out of here?
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
So
Break down the rules.
I know you two know how to play this game, but for those who are watching or listening on your devices, uh, Who Am I is a simple game. So how it works is there will be 3 rounds with a tiebreaker if needed. Each round will have 5 levels with hints on who the best I am deciding, but it is related to the points you earn for each round. If you answer out a hint, you are locked in, which means you cannot change your answer, even if the answer becomes obvious. Steph and Ron will text me their responses when they enter, when they decide to answer it, and I will announce that they are locked in. For example, let's say they answer John Cena. So if I do hint one for 5 points, I can say former WWE champion. If either one of them decide to lock in, they could. If not, I'll go on to the next hint and two for 4 points. One booked away, one more in Money in the Bank. And number 3 for 3 points from Massachusetts. And 4 for 2 points. Last championship one was the Intercontinental Championship. And hint 5 for 1 point. Slogan was never give up and hustle always in respect. Does that make sense to you guys? I'm sure it does. I know Vaughn loves this game. And Seth knows the name for it.
I'm still the
All
former
right.
champ. Well, now will be me, but still, I'm still the former champ.
You're not. We'll
All right.
lose.
Yo,
Speaking of
the fact that
champs,
the fact that the champion is someone who isn't even a member of this podcast is hilarious.
he's pointing a woman going Bloodline.
Listen, when Will comes back,
Anyway,
I run it back.
uh
All right, but no, let's
so
start off with the
the
first.
so the current record is Week has is 1-0-1, Steph is 1-3-1, Vaughn is 2-3, and Will is 1-0. So the
We gotta get
fourth
my record.
one, I know, he's from Shoshalos. Anyway, uh, the fourth tent for 5 points. They signed in WWE/WWF in 2000. They signed in the WWE/WWF in the year 2000. Are any of you guys, either one of you locking in? I would hope not, but I just want to make sure.
Yeah, nah, I'm cool. I'm
Vaughn, you're
not
not
locking
locking
in. You
in?
can go on to the next one.
Nah.
You can go to
Okay.
the next.
So hint two for 4 points. They were a member of 4 legendary stables throughout their career.
At 4?
I said four.
Okay.
4 legendary stables throughout their career.
Yeah, I'm
Four
not locking in.
legendary stables.
Not locking in. Steph, you're not going to lock in either. Okay.
Nah,
Hint 3 for 3 points. They are a 10-time WWE champion, 4-time World Heavyweight champion, 4-time Tag Team champion with 3 different partners, 1-time United States champion, and 1-time Intercontinental champion.
Not back one more time.
10-time WWE, 4-time World Heavyweight, 4-time Tag Team champion, 1-time United States champion, and 1-time Intercontinental champion.
1 time US and
1 time.
Intercontinental.
Mm-hmm.
one time US, one time Intercontinental,
4-time
1 time.
Tag, 4-time World Heavyweight, 10-time WWE champion.
10 time WWE. Fuck it, man.
Steph
I
has
was
locked
gonna,
in for,
I was gonna
Steph
shoot in
has
the
locked in
dark.
for
I'm,
3.
I want to be wrong though. I'll get up a hint.
Okay. So Steph is locked in for 3 points. Vaughn, your next hint. They have done everything in WWE, but when King of the Ring.
Well, I think I know who it is, but I don't want to guess wrong.
I mean, you can go for 1 point.
I'll take my 1 point and then just work my way up.
Hit number 5 for 1 point. They hear voices. You hear voices in his head.
I'll take
They
my
some-
1 point.
they sometimes talk to him.
I'll take my 1 point. And
Uh,
hold on, let me
and who?
text you.
Okay.
All right, I'm off to a bad start. I'm
And
off to a bad
and the thing
start.
is, I off that third when I knew about the third one, I should have just guessed. I'd be too scared.
So Vaughn is correct. It is Randy Orton, which means that Vaughn has 1 point.
I'd
And
be too
All
Steph,
scared.
right, I'm gonna come back.
Steph is incorrect, so he gets Edge.
I'd be too scared. What got me was the full legendary stables. I was trying to think of all the stables he was in.
Mhm.
All right.
Oh shit, yeah, no, I see it. Yeah,
Yep.
no.
All right.
The Evolution, Legacy, the Authority, and the Wyatt family.
There we
Yeah.
go. All right.
So round two, hit one for 5 points. They started wrestling in the year 2015. Started wrestling in the year 2015.
I'm not locking in.
I will say, Steph is the only person to have gotten 5 points before.
That's kind of crazy. But no, you said they started wrestling in 2015.
2015. At least according to Wikipedia. No way you're taking one. So, okay. Steph is locked in for
But
5 points.
Oh, what a savage. I go ahead.
They have wrestled in the Indies, AEW, ROH, TWPW, TJPW, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Stardom, and CMLL.
So Indy, so basically everywhere.
But WWE, yeah.
Oh, everywhere but the WWE.
Yeah. You want to keep going, Vaughn?
Name another hint.
Uh, they are one title short of a AEW Women's Triple Crown.
oh, it's AEW. Vaughn ain't gonna get this either. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
fine. I feel a little bit better now.
One title short AW Triple Crown 2015. So Russell's everywhere but the
WWE.
WWE.
Correct.
All
Steph,
right,
do you know it?
give me one more.
I might, but I'm gonna
You're
wait.
gonna get you're probably gonna get it for this one. They are a two-time TBS champion, one-time TMLL World Women's Champion, one-time Strong Women's Champion, one-time Owen Hart Cup winner, and one-time Women's Tag Team Champion.
I'm gonna shoot in the dark because he already guessed. So I doubt he got 5 points. I'm gonna shoot in the dark and try to get two
Oh yeah, no,
points.
I definitely didn't get 5 points. You can go ahead and shoot in the dark.
He didn't get 5 points. I'll tell you that now.
If I were to show you my text with Sears, it would just be him laughing.
I like that too. I just guessed.
And you're correct, Vaughn. For 2 points, it is Willow Nightingale.
Oh yeah.
Steph, yes, Javon Evans.
I
5.
heard 2015, and I was like, I would just shoot, dog. Who could possibly like?
Oh man. Whew. All right.
Oh, I also forgot to tell you, this may or may not be relevant from one of the next few questions, but we are doing staples now. I should have said that from the top. We are doing staples because last week I did put in FTR. So
Mhm.
stables and tag team and stables are now in effect.
Okay.
Uh, so score check right now. Vaughn is up 3. Steph is at 0. The Steph can still win this. It
Yeah.
can be it's anybody game. So I would say 1 for 5 points for round three. Formed in the year 2014. Formed in the year 2014.
I'm not locking in.
Yeah, you know what? Let me hear the next one. I feel like I got it, but let me hear the next
And 2 for 4 points. At the time of the formation, at least one was a veteran in WWE, at least one was a veteran in the industry, and at least one was still fairly new in WWE. So in 2014, when they formed, at least one was a veteran in WWE, at least one was a veteran in the industry, and at least one was got to start was at least one was fairly new to the business.
So that'll be that industry that fairly new.
Yeah, so they might have been in it for a couple of years beforehand,
Yeah.
but compared to the other two, they were fairly new at the time. At least one in WWE, at least one veteran in the business, which may mean they had been from outside the company, and at least one was fairly new to the industry.
I feel like I have an idea.
You want me to keep going? Or you want to lock in real quick?
Wait, did Steph lock in?
Steph did
one.
lock in
Yeah,
at 4
I like
points.
that.
Oh, so if I get Jerry to win. Yeah, give me a hint.
As a group, they have been 13-time tag team champions, including Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, two-time WWE champions, King of the Ring, Mr. Money in the Bank, one-time NXT champion, six-time Intercontinental champion, and two-time US champion.
The whole group had all that?
To get out of the group, that is what they have done in the company.
I feel like
You
I
want me
know it.
I can say it again. I know it's a lot.
So 13,
Yeah,
yeah,
say
so
it again.
14-time team champions,
and that's
two-time did it.
that's the question. Is that like with them formed together or just in total?
This is as
Okay,
a
that's
group.
that. Okay,
As a
okay,
group.
gotcha. Okay.
I the way I written this, I probably should have put in the like individual tab ones.
Mm.
But the way I wrote it, the 13 named are as a stable.
Mm.
So as a stable, they have 14 tag lanes, and then you can include that they hit as a group. They have a WWE Championship twice. They have won the King of the Ring tournament. They have won Mighty in the Bank. They have won the tag team the NXT championship. They've been Intercontinental champions 6 times, and they've been United States champions 2 times.
I feel like either way, if I get 2 points, I still win because Steph at 4, right?
You're at He locked in at 4, so mathematically, if you lock in at 2 and get it right, you would
Well,
win.
you never hit then. I probably know who it is, but I just want to be for sure.
This shit about to piss me off so much.
Oh, I definitely missed a hit. Hit 3 for so that's one would have been for 3 points. This one would have been 3 for 2. Only one is still in the company.
I mean, oh shoot, whatever.
Do you want the last hit? I mean, you play. I mean, you're at 3.
But I don't want to go into overtime though.
Why not? Overtime.
You could get any points and still be better. Yeah, I haven't got any of these right.
I don't go to overtime though. I want to win.
Overtime is fun though.
I want to win. Plus, it's almost 9 o'clock. TNA comes on soon.
We got 19 minutes. It's fine.
All right.
So are you gonna lock in with her?
Yep.
You gonna win it for me?
I'm gonna lock in.
You're not fun.
So I want to win.
Bonnie's correct. For 2 points, the answer is New Day.
New Day.
Hint 5 for 1 point would have been it's time to grab your trombone and a box of your favorite cereal. Because I would have you answer. Would have said yes, it is. So thanks, Vaughn. You win my fun.
Listen, when it comes to who I'm a heel, forget the fun. I want to win.
Oh, you greedy bastard.
Put my shades
All
on.
right, man.
So with
Look,
that,
man. I was just gonna go ahead, Sid. Go ahead.
Vaughn moves up to 3-3. He is now at 500. Steph moves
Mhm.
down at 1-4-1. I don't know the percentage of that. I think that's like what 2.20 0.225, something like that.
Something like that.
But with a score of 5-0, Vaughn swept Steph, and Steph took another fumble.
Oh my
Listen, I will cut a promo, but it's kind of late. But I just want to say, as the Who Am I champ, I'm gonna get a belt.
You
We
you
gotta
are
have
the
belts for this.
you are the interim champion.
We gotta have
Okay,
belts.
Will is like the CM Punk. You are the MGF in this case.
Get Will back in the
That's
pot so I can
crazy.
win. I need my
You get
title
him
back.
back. You get him back on heel. He's your
Will,
friend.
come back on the pod. I need my title
Will,
back.
Will, come defend your title. Come defend your title.
Hey man, but that's fun, man. The game's a fun series. I appreciate you, the game master, man. They're fun.
Shout out to the
I'm not
Game
gonna.
Master, man.
I'm not gonna tell you what my next time was, so I'm just gonna use it for the next one for the next time. But I like the next one. You bastards.
Cheers. You want to go ahead and close us out?
Yeah, I will. Well, guys, that was episode 47. I think it was. This is 47.
47.
I should know. I do the rundown. Uh, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. Uh, you catch us on all your favorite podcast devices. Uh, catch us on the socials. Tower
Yep.
Boys.
Yep.
And if that account's private, Seth's account is Tower Boys is public. Steph's account is public. My account is private. I know Vaughn's also on social media, but his account is also private. So make sure you follow Tower Boys, follow Steph. Don't try to follow me and Vaughn. We're just gonna say no.
Look, man, the socials will be all right here. They'll be all in the box, all in the description.
All covering Steph's face.
Probably.
Crazy. Oh man. But hey man, also 47 in the books. Jez Vaughn, as you can see, all elite. But anyway, who am I champion? Resident OG,
Yo,
Resident Grass
die.
Dive. Like always, like, comment, share, subscribe. Thanks for rocking with us, y'all. Once again, content coming heavy. Like, we've been definitely locking in and, trying to, really take off for this content stuff. Hopefully there's some more interviews coming, mini-series coming, carousels coming. So, hey, man, stay tuned, rocking with us. DMV's best podcast, soon to be the world's best podcast. Steph, go and close us up, man.
Like always, episode 47. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We thank y'all. Seriously, thank you for tuning in. If you've come from literally anything, if you've been happening with the content, if you've been following us, rocking with us heavy, we appreciate y'all. It's your boy, the EST, the DMV, the Chocolate City Saint, the Beijing Bulldozer, the Cameroonian Nightmare, El Misterio Negro, the Potter of all worlds, the left hand of destruction, all that, man. And like always, we are over the top, bro.
Peace.